Hello, Internet, and welcome to Saturday Nights. We are back and ready to rumble. Thank you for sticking with us on our very short hiatus while we had real world things to deal with. But a couple of announcements and things kind of coming up over the next week, or things that you might have missed. Last week we had our first episode, or another episode, our first episode in a while of Matropony. Savannah and I played, we continued our run of Spooky's House of Jump Scares, or Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, or Spooky's whatever.
Sandcastle Land Sharks.
Yeah. And having a lot of fun doing that, and frustration doing that. Yeah, you can check that out. That'll be up on YouTube soon, if it isn't already. We have a lot of RPGs and D&D coming up for you over the next week. Tomorrow, in case you missed the premiere of the show, Savannah is running a game over on Encounter Roleplay, doing an Apocalypse World campaign called Apocalypse When. Bunch of I wanted to say heroes, but I don't know if you'd necessarily call them heroes or not. But fixers
They're
trying
doing their
to
best.
traveling through time and fixing things. Anyway, you can check that over out and kind of roleplay at 5:00 Eastern time. Over on twitch.tv/encounter roleplay. We'll all be there watching, and we encourage that you do too. On Monday, we will have our sort of continuation / new thing coming up for you. On Monday, we have we're going to be calling Motley Mondays going forward. We were playing what was it, Hidden Shrine of Tomoe-chan for over the past couple months. We finally finished that, and we are going to start doing, moving forward, sort of a round robin DMing hot seat sort of thing. Morgan's going to kick us off with a 1 or 2 shot. I don't know exactly how many sessions you're planning on that for that one.
Let's see. You're going through this dungeon.
Yeah.
Not too many rooms.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing Morgan's dungeon, and essentially we're each going to run something that'll take between 1 and 4 sessions, and then we'll switch off. So it's going to be the same cast of characters, be the 4 of us to start with. We might have some additional people join in once the schedules sort of clear up. We've had a couple of people that have been very busy over the past couple of months and haven't been able to play with us as often, but hopefully we'll get them back soon. But that's the plan for Mondays. And so it's going to be very casual, very low key, a lot of fun, a lot of goofs, a lot of weird dungeons I've been seeing kind of proposed. So we'll see how all this turns out. But yeah, and that's going to be every other Monday starting. Well, I think it's going to be next Monday, and then we'll let you know when our next scheduled game is going to be, because I think we're going to kind of stagger a week. Thursday, we have the next session of Monster of the Week, Savannah's other game, called All Myths Are True. We just had our first session of it 2 weeks ago. It was a lot of fun. We are in doing a sort of monster hunting organization, sort of X-Files ish, where we're traveling around and killing and solving problems and that sort of thing. Kind of a theme right now, Savannah. So we're going to be doing that on Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'm sorry, there's an ambulance going by.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, but anyway,
on my end.
we're gonna have session 2 of that on Thursday. So come out and watch. And then we will have our next game for Saturday nights next Saturday, same time, same place.
And the cycle continues.
Yeah. Is there anything else that I missed? No.
I'll probably stream some more stuff during the week.
Yeah, you had a few you kind of powered your way through a couple of Nancy Drew games last week, so I'm sure we'll be getting more of that, and maybe we'll get a sponsorship by the new Nancy Drew TV show coming.
Yeah, there's a TV show, y'all.
So we'll see if anybody knows anybody in the CW marketing department. Hit us up.
CW, I watch all your shows. Give me money.
I think that's it, though, as far as announcements go. So let's go ahead and jump back into the game, because we left off at a really kind of wild spot last time. So kind of getting us back up to speed with everything going on, our adventurers, heroes, have arrived in the town of the translation Greenhill or Glassnock, where they have tried to help the locals of this small farming community with a couple of problems. You came here and initially learned of a troll attack or troll shenanigans that were going on in the vicinity, livestock going missing, things like that. You began your investigation, ran into some bandits, dealt with those bandits, kidnapped some bandits. Arrested some bandits. You found a young boy named Luke whose parents had been killed, and he was being sort of conscripted into this group called the Umbra Hawkers, a bandit gang that is pretty notorious in this area, in the timber, in this region of Ishfornen. You've been working very closely with the sort of captain of the guard, or the really the only guard in this small town, named MacDwyer, who offered you 2 bounties, one for dealing with the troll, the other for dealing with the bandits. Last session, the 3 remaining of you, as Mel sort of went off to do her own thing, you attempted to investigate some more of what was going on with the troll. You tracked the troll trail through the woods and found a cave where you attempted to draw the creature out, and upon attacking it, very quickly learned that it was not in fact a troll, but in fact a group of bandits that were dressing up and
Still think it's a troll, though.
putting on a bit of a farce with the troll costume. The bandits revealed that they were also members of the Umbra Hawkers, and had been seemingly stealing some livestock from the local community. Given all this information, you also ran into, I almost forgot about this, a drow young man by the name of Matthias Loop, who was being attacked by some direwolves. He sort of clued you in that he had been also tasked coming to the area to deal with the bandits. His party had run away or been ousted by the Hawkers, and he was looking for allies and had been sent to sort of guided to this area by some unknown patron of his. You helped this person, helped Matthias, and he's helping to guide you to the Umbra Hawkers. Told you about a giant that was in the area that had been giving the Hawkers some trouble, which you went and befriended the giant, hill giant Krog, by giving him a deer and sweet talking him into helping you take out the Hawkers and hopefully bring some peace to this little community. And that's where we left off. So let's go ahead and just bring back in where we left off last time. You were sitting. Oh, Alex just froze. There we go. Okay. Where we left off last time, Chad had finished your negotiation. All of you had come around this large sort of bonfire that Krog had set up outside of this sort of shanty that he's built out of trees and other foliage. It's his little home, not so little home. Is there anything that you guys like to do, or what you would like to do to prepare before heading towards the Umberhawkers fort, the Black Perch. You have Krog currently chomping down on the deer, and it's about, I want to say, mid-afternoon right now, based on what you guys did last week.
Okay. Well, Chad, you said, well, in talking with the troll, you said something about how we're going to distract the Umberhawkers?
Yes, well, I know before we got dear Krog here to agree to help us, we were considering trying to sneak in, despite that not being a strong suit for either Jules or myself. But so now I'm wondering if perhaps, maybe Krog and I go charging in while the rest of you try and sneak around and distract them. But because we are essentially here on an eradication mission, yes? So it's just a question of when.
It's true.
Eventually, we will have to start fighting them all. I do not think we would be able to sneakily remove them all before anyone noticed. So, if we just go charging in and skip that whole farce, that would be us attempting to sneak around.
Yes, but Matthias' crew tried to just run up in there, and it did end up well for them.
Yes, but they didn't have a Krog.
Good point.
Matthias tries to say that's true. We definitely didn't have Krog here. As he looks up at the massive bulbous giant with deer guts running down the side of his face, and says, there's still a pretty good amount of them, so the taking out a couple or as many as you can before alerting the entire fort might be a good idea. There are also innocents inside, other people that have been captured. I don't know what your priorities are, but I'd like to not see all of them get killed in the process too.
I think we can manage that.
About how many do you think there are?
The gang itself, I'd guess around 20 that I saw at the castle, but I mean, I imagine there's more out in the forest doing bandit shit. But at the castle, it seemed like they had maybe 20 or so manning the fort. Obviously, if you can take it with the giant and kill the ones that are there, then it'd be easier to deal with any others that try to come in and help.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, if you really wanted to go for a frontal assault, then we're going to have to hit very fast, very hard before they know we're coming. Because 20 is a lot. There's like 4 of us.
Oh, that's only 5 per, and that's not even counting Krog's share.
Yeah, I don't know if I can take on 5 guys. You haven't noticed I'm kind of little.
5 guys.
I wasn't going to go there.
As Jewel has an idea for a burger restaurant.
I'm going to write that down. Put it in my pocket. Sorry, I'm hungry.
Krog finishes off the remainder of the deer, sort of spitting some of the bones out into the fire, and wipes the side of his face and looks around. And he looks over towards one of the boar that are currently kind of walking around amidst the 4 of you and goes, Food.
I wouldn't recommend it. I'm saying this in giant to him. It'll kind of just go poof, and then you won't get any more meat. It's a magic pig.
Sort of grimaces at the idea of magic pigs, and seems a little bit less interested in it than he was before. And Krog rolls back a bit and begins to stand up and says, "Go now."
Very soon, we're just figuring out, how many of us are going to be charging in with you, and if anyone is going to be trying to be all sneaky about it. How good are you at sneaking, Krog?
That's a good question.
Does he know what that means?
Krog sort of scratches at the side of his face for a moment and says, "Krog very quiet when Krog want to be."
That is very good to know, because
Watch. And Krog goes over, lumbers over towards the forest and tries to hide behind some of the trees there. Roll a stealth check for Krog. Well, that's actually not too bad. He rolls a 14. He was with the -1. And so he
buddies.
sort of lumbers into the forest and crouches down behind some of the trees and underbrush. And if you weren't really paying attention, maybe you wouldn't be able to see him. But he is a giant, and he makes a lot of noise getting there.
Krog, where did you go?
You just hear from the forest.
Alright, let's not give him too much false confidence.
Krog like the night.
Krog and Batman.
Oh boy.
Krog,
From
born
the
in
shadow.
the dark.
Oh boy. How tall is Krog again?
I want to say about 15 feet or so.
Okay,
Huge.
so
he's about
he
the
would
same.
fit in a 20-foot cube.
He would fit. Yeah, he'd fit a 20-foot cube. 15 feet. He's about the same size as the deer or the elk. He could ride on the back. Yeah. No, he couldn't ride the elk. It's the same size, so never mind.
Okay. Well, if we want to try to get Krog up nice and close, I can sort of put an illusion on him. Try to disguise him a bit. And then we can get closer. And then drop it when we're close enough and scare the heck out of him.
That could work.
Sounds like a good plan. Well, I think regardless of what we do, I will be sticking close with Krog, helping to, make sure we are all coordinated.
That's a good idea. Language barrier. I mean, I can tell what he's saying, but I can't speak back to him.
We'll probably stay behind you. Hilda and Matthias behind me.
Matthias says, that sounds fine with me. Also, I can help a bit with some magic myself if anyone needs any. I can't promise I'm going to be great when it comes to the actual fighting, pew-pew sort of stuff, but I can do some healing, and I could make someone fly if that was something you were into.
What if we made Krog fly?
Can you make the big guy fly?
That sounds like a terrible idea, but yeah, I could.
Fly right over the top.
Oh, I gotta check the fly spell real quick now.
Isn't it just a creature?
Yeah, it's a willing creature. Gonna fly
What if
to
we just
60
made him
feet.
fly, just right into
Oh.
the front?
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it would be easier to disguise him if there was just the sky I have to worry about, and if he was flying, then he'd be quite quiet, actually. That's a really good idea, Jules.
Thank you, because I thought it was one of my worst ones.
You want to ask?
Headband is really doing it for me.
I think Matthias turns to Krog in Giant, says, "You want to fly, big guy?" And Krog looks up at the sky. Some birds go past and goes, "Krog no like heights very much. Krog never fly before.
Well,
Krog only take trains."
He doesn't have to go up very high, just to scare all the mean little men.
This way you would be able to fly right over the walls and the gates, get away from any of the pointy sticks they throw or shoot at you, be able to chase after the big mean birds.
Mm-hmm.
You could drop rocks on them from above.
Mm.
Smash them real good.
Krog carry one rock, drop down. Okay, Krog do.
We'll just need to make sure we have your help in breaking down the gate so us little folk can get in and help.
Okay.
Well then.
Well, if there's nothing else we need to prepare, I think we're ready to head over and
Do this thing.
take the fort.
Oh boy.
Can I cast a spell before we go?
Sure.
I'm gonna cast Aid on... Who can I get?
How long does aid last for?
8 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I double checked. I'm gonna cast Aid at 3rd level
Okay.
on Chad, Hilda, and Matthias. Seems like a squishy boy. At 3rd level, so your hit point maximum and your current hit points increase by 10
Oh,
for
nice.
the next 8 hours.
Just FYI, Matthias has the same hit points that you do.
Aw.
If that changes your what you want to do. If you want the hit points.
I mean, I kind of do. I don't want him to die.
Yeah,
but...
do it for yourself.
Okay, I'll
He
cast
can
it
heal.
myself.
He's got, and he would tell you, he's got some stuff to keep him up if he gets put in a tough spot.
Okay. Great. And I'll do the 3 of us.
Okay.
So extra 10.
Unless you want to do it in front of the boars, they only have like 11 hit points.
No. They can come back.
That is true. Okay. Anything else you guys are doing to prepare? Or do you guys want to skip forward to seeing getting within eye shot of the fort?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to prepare.
Okay. So I'll go and describe it from a distance as you approach, and then if you're trying to be stealthy and getting up there, we might have to roll some stealth checks. But Krog picks up his massive club, if you can call it that. It's really mostly just part of a tree that you can see has been kind of crushed towards one end where he grips it. So like you see his own like handprint in it, and begins to just sort of bulldoze his way through the forest behind you guys. As you all riding on your elk and with your 2 boars and just a whole zoo of creatures begin heading, following Matthias's direction towards the Black Perch. As you approach, you can see the tower in the distance, kind of coming up over the terrain, and you do reach a point, I think, where which Matthias guides you to towards like a ridge where you get a pretty good view on the building as a whole. It is a stone fortress with about a 15-20 foot wall that surrounds the exterior of it. There are 3 towers that poke up from underneath the walls and one like central building towards the center. One of the towers looks like it's in almost new condition. Doesn't look damaged or otherwise dilapidated in any way. One of the towers, you can see some of the roof falling off and some stonework that looks kind of crumbled and broken, but it's still standing. And the third one is, you don't know how it's, or the only reason that this tower is standing is that there is a tree growing up through it. You can see the bits of wall and kind of interwoven by some of the branches and the tree that has kind of grown into it. But there are these massive branches that grow off in every direction. There's this huge oak tree growing through the center of the third tower. And the whole fortress actually sits on sort of a raised area of the land, almost like a plateau, giving it a very defensible position. And you watch, I think, from a distance as you see one of those massive black hawks kind of circling overhead in the distance, and then it kind of swoops down into that tree, the tower with the tree growing through it, and disappears amongst the branches.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to cast Major Image. Oh, there you go. It's a lot of stuff, but essentially I'm just gonna try to hide Krog by making it sort of look like it's just forest, essentially like making him invisible.
Okay, so my question for you is, are you guys going to do this and fly Krog, so he's going to look like a flying section of the forest, or do you want to do something, because if he's about to fly,
I can change it, and if he flies, I can change it to the sky. Okay,
so you want to give him the appearance, just sort of natural camouflage.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'll say as far as the mechanics of that, since you're not necessarily transforming him into something like static, which would make him more non-recognizable, where they have to make the investigation check, I'll say this it'll give him advantage on his stealth check, for not being seen when he is flying overhead. Yeah, cool. Or actually, we could do this a different way. Instead of giving advantage on a stealth check, I'm going to have you make an intelligence check or an arcana check when the time comes for your all stealthing. And we can do this more so in your mind, where you are trying to match his image to the sky and the surrounding terrain. So that's going to be more complicated. I won't necessarily put this on him, because it is going to be mostly your ability to cloak him properly. So we'll do that. Anything else you guys are going to do to help guide your approach forward as you're coming up, or is there somewhere you want to approach from specifically on the fort? And I'm actually going to move you guys over to the map that I have of the fort right now. You aren't necessarily this close right now, but this will help give you some perspective. It may take a second to load.
Yeah, I mean, we said to have him smash the gates, because especially if they're 15, 20-foot walls, that's probably the easiest way in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unless, was there a side gate or a back gate that we saw from the ridge?
You don't see any other gates or entrances to this fort. What you do see, though, and let me make sure, can you guys see the entire fort, or do you guys just see the front area that you're looking from?
There's like a black thing over it.
I can see bits.
Or can you see the wall surrounding it, or do you just see the
mostly?
Okay.
Not seeing a little bit there.
Yeah, there's some things that I set up, but I guess it didn't give you guys the ability to view them. I won't worry about that for right now. Anyway, so the
we can see part of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I could do this. I don't know if that changed anything.
That would for me. Yeah. Yeah, I can see almost all the wall.
Now you
But
can
then,
see
like,
almost
the
all of it.
center is blacked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the center should still be blacked out, but
Okay,
as long
good.
as you guys can see all the way around it.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because you guys can't see into the fort right now.
Right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you don't see any other entrances into the fort itself. The trees surrounding it have grown pretty close. It looks like they haven't been really tending to maintain like an effective perimeter around the wall. So you could potentially, some of the boughs of the trees grow up against the fort. So there potentially be entrance that direction.
Yeah. I think. Well, what are you guys thinking for your way into the fort if it's not just through the gate? Because I think Chad would be very for trying to climb a tree and get in that way.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah, if we can't get the gate to work, then yeah, we can try to scramble up a tree. We'll probably need some help. I wonder how high the elk can jump. They're very bouncy.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's magic. It's made of rubber, right? That's how that works.
Yeah. That's going to be tough for the elk. It is an elk, so yeah, they can jump pretty high. Might have to make a check for it.
How tall are the walls?
About 20 feet.
Okay. So the elk's not quite that big, but I'm just imagining like the Attack on Titan thing of like just the elk eyes poking
Coming up
up.
over the wall. A huge giant from above flying in the sky. It's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah.
Let me see. Your high jump is 3 plus your strength modifier.
So the elk is
Has a +4.
yeah, so 7 feet vertical clearance.
Dang.
Yeah. It's still gonna be tough. I'm probably gonna have to. We could probably try to make a check for it and see if it could clear some additional feet on that. But
Okay.
Jump off the wall, rebound to a tree, and then over.
Exactly. Parkour.
yes, it is an elk, so it is proficient in parkour. Yeah, I mean, it
As
might
they
be.
do.
And the boars are, of course, proficient in parbour.
Jeez. Oh my god.
Parkour.
So yeah, we'll probably do. I wouldn't put it as impossible. We'll see if the elk can clear it because it's effectively like almost at eye level for the elk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, even if it can't, then I can just climb up the elk and onto the wall.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
trick you're gonna have, I will say, the one trick you're gonna have to the elk is it's gonna probably have to make 2 checks because it's also gonna have to get up on the ridge.
Okay, is this not just like a slope up or?
Here it's a slope up, but if you
If we came
if
from
it-
anywhere else, yeah.
if it comes from right here, you're gathering that the guards are probably going to see the elk.
Mhm.
So if your idea is just to have the elk jump straight into like the courtyard, from there, it could go up the slope. But if you're trying to sneak the elk in the back and not have it go up the main kind of path, it is going to have to jump up the ridge too,
Yeah.
which is about the same height as the
Yeah.
wall.
What if we send the pork twins just along the main path as a distraction? Just be like, oh, hey, look at these boars.
Okay.
Maybe just try and draw a guard or two over just to try and shoot them for some easy meat. And then we go wherever those guards moved away from.
Ooh. And then as we're trying to climb, do we release the Krog?
Probably.
Extra distraction.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
we can get up the trees without being assaulted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this plan. This will work.
This will definitely work.
Said every D&D player ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's run through the plan from the top. Let's Ocean's 11 this and so I understand what's going on.
Okay.
Yep.
Step 1. 2 piggies are gonna run towards the front gates.
Distraction.
Meanwhile, we are sneaking to up the ridge and to the wall. Hopefully, that has just been vacated by some guards who are now looking at the pigs. And then we try to scale the wall from there. As we're scaling the wall, I dispel the illusion on Krog, and he just starts doing his thing.
Okay.
Right?
So can you ping on the wall where you guys want to enter from?
Let's see. I'm trying to think based on what we can currently see of the guards' positions.
Mm-hmm.
And is it safe to assume that there are actually some trees like over here to the northwest, or should we only say there are trees where we can see trees?
There are only trees where you see trees right now.
Okay. So
Yeah. So maybe like over here.
Yeah. So yeah, just
We'll kind of sneak around the tree line. Like that, and then come up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you want Krog to come down like right on the other side of the gate, like over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Also, just to make it clear, we would have talked to Krog about how they're probably innocent and he shouldn't just smash everyone he sees in the fort. Only the people with mean pointy sticks.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. It's okay, I'm good at that. I'm very good at that. 25.
Okay, good. Yeah, you get Krog's attention with your based on everything you guys have already set up and the relationship you've already built. He pays attention to you and takes it to heart that only smash one's smashing back.
Exactly.
That's a great way to look at it.
First rule of engagement.
Right. Well, this is going to be fun.
Okay. So I'm going to have team stealth, which I guess Krog will come, his camouflage will come with you over to the side, and you're going to have to climb the ridge and then climbing up the wall.
Okay.
So I'm going to have all of you make stealth checks. And then on top of your stealth check, Hilda, I need you to make an Arcana check.
Okay. Do this one and this one.
Well, I rolled a natural 20 and a 4 because disadvantage.
Yikes.
Oh no. Okay, let's see. What is my intelligence modifier? I forget. Okay, 11 for Arcana and 21 for Stealth.
10.
Okay.
20.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did somebody roll for the elk?
I can do that. It does not have any special bonus to stealth. 19.
Oh dang.
19. Okay. It's a stealthy elk.
Yeah.
What was I looking at? Okay. Hawkers need to check some passive perceptions. Okay. All right. So we had an 11 for Arcana. Elk rolled amazing. We had a 4 from Chad and a 9 from Jules.
10.
10 from Jules. Okay.
Nice.
So
11 minus 1.
So elk, I'm gonna move you guys over to where you get. Jules, Giant is with you, right? Krog is with you right now. Old Chad. So you come about over here, and as you're coming up to the ridge, I think Chad, some of the branches get caught on your armor, and there's this like like scraping noise that comes from them
Oh,
as you're moving through the underbrush. And as it's happening, you hear kind of there's like some conversation on the wall, or one of the guards up there. You can just faintly hear humming a song to himself, and it stops. This guard sort of walks over a bit. And looking out over the ridge, you quickly get cover underneath on the other side of the ridge. Luckily, Grog seems to be fairly well elused.
Okay.
And the elk is crouching down, has like folded its legs underneath it, and at the bottom of the ridge, completely obscured. And the rest of you are there too, but you hear one of the guards walking along the wall, and he calls over. And he says, "Hey, Harry!" And you hear another one say, "What?" He goes,
Whoa.
"Did you hear something?" And this one starts to come over this direction too, and they're kind of keeping an eye over there. And one of them yells and says, "Hey, who's out there?"
I think at that point I would like the boars to move into position.
Okay, so you have the two boars come running up to the gate, sort of snorting and like clawing at tromping at the ground and like digging up some of the gravel. These guards move this direction, and I'll say the guard that initially noticed you also turns his attention and begins to walk over, and there's a bit of commotion. You hear them yelling out, say, "What the fucking boys doing?" And you can hear the sound of some crossbows being loaded. This guard over here, who you know now is Harry, still kind of hangs out in this area, keeping an eye out over the ridge. He looks like his attention's divided. He's not focused directly on you, but he's staying near his post. What do you do?
Well, should we just send Krog?
Yeah.
I can't really do any other spells while I'm trying to hide him, so...
Yeah, that's... Probably let him go. And then we need to get up the tree as quickly as we can.
You should give him, like, a pep talk.
It's a little too sinister. Sorry.
All right, Krog. Waiting for Shante.
Yeah, sorry, I was picking the right music. Krog goes, you kind of, again, you almost don't see it. You kind of see this outline of like trees and bushes and stuff, and he's kind of like a weird perspective for you, but you can see him there. He's like staying very still and says, "Yeah,
I'm doing such a good job so far. Are you ready to smash the meanies?"
Takes the branch and kind of smacks it into his other hand, and kind of realizes makes too much noise, and then like does it again, but very quiet. Says, "Yeah."
All right. Well, here is, I think it's almost go time. One last minute change, and I think Chad's gonna take out his rope, tie the rope around his waist, and say, "Bring me up with you, Krog, and drop me on the wall."
Okay.
Now
So
hold on a minute.
You're tying yourself to Krog.
How do you...
Well, no, I'm tying a rope around myself, and the rope's just gonna dangle so that I can use it to help my friends get up the wall.
Oh, so he's just going to carry you up and
Yes,
place
sort
you
of.
on the wall.
Yeah.
Drop him there.
I think we
Okay.
thought you were gonna fly in with Grog.
No, not all the way. He's gonna drop me on the wall before going into the courtyard.
That
and
changes my level of concern.
Okay. So Krog says, "Okay, Krog, throw you at wall."
gently, a gentle throw.
Yeet.
Okay. And he nods slowly and says, "Okay,
Oh no.
Krog, drop on wall. Krog, go side wall, smash."
Yep.
You hear in the distance, hold on, while this conversation's going on, they're going to loose a couple of crossbows at the boars.
Okay. Oh no.
Let's see. It's going to be 2. It's an 8 to hit and a 12 to hit. What's the boar's armor
The 8
class?
misses. The 12 does hit.
All right, it's 5 piercing damage to the one boar.
Okay, one of them is at half health.
Okay.
Oh, okay. They're harder than I thought.
You hear the pig you hear the boar squeal a bit and starts to run around in a circle as it's hit, and the other one takes a defensive position and kind of claws at the ground, like runs over and like batters into the some of the barricade there. Anyway, so that's going on. You hear it happening, and the guards sort of hooping and hollering. And Krog says, "Okay, ready." Matthias mutters under breath, like, "Okay, just think lighter thoughts, or think up, and you'll go up." Mutters under his breath and holds out the crystal he has in his hand, and you see this bluish glow gather around the crystal, and there's this like gust of wind that then wraps around Krog for a moment, and then dissipates, and Krog's like waits for something to happen. He says, "I'm not sure," and you look down and you see he's about like 2 inches off the ground, so like bobbing up and down a bit. He looks up and begins to just slowly glide upwards, and he reaches out and he's going to grab onto you, Chad, and he grabs onto Chad, and Krog and Chad begin to slowly hover up. I'm going to have you make another Arcana check,
Okay.
Hilda, to sort of shift your illusion to keep him masked.
Oh, that was a little bit better. 12.
12. Okay. Now the illusion, I guess you could hide Chad too, well, as long as he's within a certain.
Yes, I can hide both of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they just have to make an intelligence check against my spell save to see.
Okay. Right now, they're not looking. I don't think they're focusing close enough. They're not clued into it to make the check, but they haven't perceived anything wrong yet. Actually, I will, since one of them is actively looking, I will have him make an active perception check. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a 6.
Nope.
He goes, you go hovering up above the ridge. Krog is like just cresting about 5 or 10 feet above the wall. What are the rest of you doing as Krog and Chad are about right here right now? Are you just waiting for your cue?
Should we start climbing up the ridge?
Yeah, we're going to start climbing up the ridge a little bit.
Okay.
How tall is the ridge?
About 15 feet.
Okay. Well, I can at least boost the little ones up.
Okay. Make athletics checks. If you're going to help, you can. I'll let Matthias and Hilda can make them with advantage because.
Oh, okay. Athletics?
Yes.
Okay, let me pull up my thing.
15 for me.
17.
Okay. Matthias got a 17 too with advantage. Just
Hey.
because he had a -2.
Oh. I could beat that kid up.
Yeah. And what'd you roll, Jules?
15.
15. Okay. The 3 of you easily make it above the ridge.
Should I do something for the elk?
That if the elk is following, then the elk also needs to make an athletics check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. The elk kind of takes a few steps back and goes leaping up. I didn't know I meant to do the thing where it follows. Leaping up that way. Oh, well, fuck it. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Onto the other side of the ridge. At the same time, Krog places you down onto the wall. I think he drops you just a little bit, not enough for you to take damage, probably about 8 feet up, and you land with a kind of a thud right in front of one of the bandits. if this is because Krog is just going straight into the area, so he just kind of drops you and keeps hovering that way, at which point the bandit in front of you, Harry, goes, "Hey, wait a minute," and begins to sort of panic.
Okay, I'm gonna drop the illusion
Okay.
on Krog, but like make sort of like an epic, almost like an explosion or something. Like there's like a burst of like fire like as he appears. Very epic.
Okay.
As I drop it.
All right. Burst of flame and kind of just surges around Grog as he emerges from seemingly nowhere, this demonic giant. And then Matthias drops concentration on the fly spell, and Grog kind of lands on the ground in the courtyard. On the other side, you hear some horses whinnying at some stables that now Chad can see, and there is panic. I'm going to have everyone roll an initiative, as we are now entering an initiative situation.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. All right, initiative. Click on the thing. Click.
Okay. Who's running? We still have 2 boars up. So you guys decide who wants to run what. And the elk. I'll run Krog and Matthias.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can run the elk.
Sure. I'll take the boar that is half dead.
Okay, I'll take the other one.
Okay. All right. Oh, I gotta roll initiative. Oh, it's what roll 20 got. That's great. That makes things
Just
easy.
a regular boar.
Yeah. Let's see. I rolled better than roll 20 got.
Wait, I just did something really dumb here. Yeah, I didn't mean to change yours. You'll need to change yours again, Chad, because I was accidentally selecting yours when I was rolling for the bandits.
Gotcha.
But they rolled a 3.
That's very good for us.
And Panther, I'm also going to give you guys a surprise round against all the bandits except for the one.
Except for Harry.
Yeah, except for Harry. So Harry might, let's see if he can be a hero.
Dang, elk.
Jeez, the elk rolled a 23 initiative.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Holy shit. Okay, so that's the elk.
Boar, where
I got
is
the bandit captain?
Oh, I need to turn off that it's going to the...
I didn't roll for Matthias yet. We'll be adding some more people to combat as this goes. This may be a long combat, guys.
Okay.
That's why we're starting with it right away.
All right, but we will see.
Can we pull a dire wolf out of the bag of tricks?
Eventually, it's a possibility.
Okay, I just wanted to double check that wasn't an oopsie.
Yes,
I'm going in and I'm turning off that the rolls get whispered on all the animals.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't
is everybody?
roll for the boar.
Um,
Can he
Okay,
just go with the other boar?
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll just have the board go at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
All right,
Jake.
because giant elk is first with, and whoever's running the giant elk.
Okay, that's me. I'm running the giant elk. Elk is going to get up close to the wall and help boost people up. So I guess it's gonna do the help action.
Okay. That'll be good. So it'll sort of ready its action to help when people get close to the wall. Perfect. Chad, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to take the rope that I had tied around me, try and secure it to the battlement, and drop it down by the giant elk.
Okay, I'll say that's your action to do that.
Okay. Do I want to action surge right away? Probably, yeah. So with this with this tower thing, is there like an interior to it, or what would it take for me to get from there over to Harry?
There are near where all the parapets are. There are ladders leading down from those, from like here. There are ladders going down 20-foot.
Okay,
Drop.
but I just went straight across to Harry. Is there something?
No, yeah, you can go straight to him.
So I think I'm going to move over to him, and he's going to have a very bad day in a second here. So action surging so I can attack him.
Okay.
Pulling out my great sword.
Oh, dang.
I mean, what else am I going to attack him with?
Exactly.
15 to hit.
That will hit. Yes, definitely.
All right. 7, 10 slashing damage.
He is just barely still up.
Oh. Nah, I'm not gonna. I want to Sparta kick him so bad, but I'm just gonna go for another great sword slash.
Okay.
That definitely hits. That was a natural 15 plus stuff.
Yeah, that'll hit, and he's only got 1 hit point left.
So does Chad like yell as he's like going to attack, or is he like in the zone? Like, is he quiet and killer
I think
about it? I'm
for
curious.
this, because he knows we're still kind of trying to get a little bit of a drop on them, this is very much just like pull out the sword, snick, snick.
Okay.
But once there is lots of yelling and screaming from the other bandits, then Chad's gonna get get yelly too.
Chad's gonna Chad.
Yeah,
That's gonna Chad. Cool. Are you staying there?
because let's see, there's one more guard up here. Others way over there. Yeah, I'm gonna use some of my movement to get back over here and just kind of protect the rope from that guy there.
Okay. All right. Be Hilda's turn.
Oh, okay. Let me zoom in. I don't know if I can. There we go. Well, this map is so big. Okay, there we go. Now I can see.
Yeah, if you guys are having a hard time seeing the grid, I can change the color of it. Because I realize it's not super visible.
Okay, so I can just like get to the rope. Just barely, because I can go 25 feet. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the rope and then use my action to start trying to climb it.
Okay, yeah, that works. Which one of you is the elk going to help? Because it can only help take the help action with one of you climbing. So is it helping you, Hilda, or is it going to help Jules or Matthias?
Maybe it'll help Matthias. He might need some help.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just try.
Okay, make an athletics check for me. DC is super low because it's you're climbing a rope instead of a tree or a wall.
Okay, that is 13.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah, you can use the rest of your movement to climb up the wall, and you reach the top without any issue.
Okay.
And
bonus action. No, I'm not gonna do anything. Okay, I'm just up there on the wall.
Okay. Jules, it's your turn.
I am gonna also move toward the wall and climb up the rope.
Okay.
I think I can make it. I'm kind of zoomed out. I'm really zoomed out, so it's
Yeah.
the whole map.
Yeah, you
but
can
I think
make
I
it.
have 30
If you use your
feet,
action to dash, you can also attempt to climb up it.
I don't know where the.
Yeah, it's about right there.
Yeah. All right. So I will climb. 11.
11. Okay. Like I said, it's a very low DC. I'm saying it's at a DC 10 right now with the rope. So it's very easy for you to get up. So you climb up the wall, and it takes you. It maybe struggle a bit more. You're a little sweaty once you get to the top, but you make it. I'll move you there since I know your map is very small.
It's very small.
Okay.
Can I use my bonus action
Yes, you can.
to cast a spiritual weapon?
Yes.
think it can go 60 feet. 60 feet. How far is that guy from me? Too far. Can I just cast it behind this guy right here?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon behind him.
Okay. I need a spiritual weapon token. We need to make you one, but for now, I will use your old one.
That's fine.
All right. Spiritual weapon behind him. Go to make your attack.
Yeah. 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 8 force damage.
Okay. He's still up, but yikes, that hurt.
Surprise.
Surprise. Oh, you technically have advantage on that because he's surprised. Believe.
27?
Let me double check the rules because I realize all of you should have been would have been doing that, but
maybe not for me because you said Harry was kind of aware. May he rest in pieces.
Oh yeah, Harry was not surprised. That is correct.
Well,
actually, no, I was wrong. So you don't get advantage for being surprised.
Okay, well, I still hit.
Anyway, you still hit 8 points of damage. He's still up, but very hurt. Surprised. Boar's turn. Well, the boars don't get a surprise round because it's very aware that that the boars are there.
They just fart in their general direction for now.
Yeah, they've been there for a while. However, they're very surprised by the giant. So he is gonna move. Let's see. Don't do this to me, game. I'm trying to do the thing so I can see how far they're going. Forget that. So it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. Use 35 feet of movement to walk over to the ones that are standing on the wall here. And Krog is going to make 2 attacks with his great club to kind of sweep the ones off the wall.
Yeah.
First attack. That's a 24 to hit. For 25 points of bludgeoning damage. Which I'm going to say is double their hit points. So it's going to cleave through those 2. And that just wrecks both of them in one hit with those 2. And just sweeps the 2 of them off the wall, and they just sort of get battered into, or like chip shotted into the woods, and just kind of go ragdolling off into the distance. Very Skyrim. And then he is going to also 5, 10, because he was told to attack the gate. Is going to use, well, actually, no, he only had 5 more feet of movement. So he's going to go 5 right there, and then he's going to take his great club and swing towards the gate. Which, roll another attack. That is going to be enough to hit. That's not as good as the first one. That's 14 points of bludgeoning damage against the gate. It doesn't fully break it open, but it's enough to kind of like bend the bars a little bit, and there's like a little bit of a gap in the bars, enough that maybe like a medium-sized creature could move through. That's going to be his turn. Matthias is also going to run towards the wall. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, he'll attempt to climb with his action.
Elk is helping him.
Yes, so he'll have advantage. Athletics check. Whew. That could have been bad. That was a -1 and an 11. Yeah. He does make it up and is just like panting heavily as he reaches the edge of the wall too. And he's up as well. He's not going to do anything yet. It's his bonus action. Bandits, the only one that was going to have a turn, doesn't get. So we are out of the surprise round, top of the round with the elk.
Okay, the elk. I'm going to tell the elk to go to the gate. And so it's going to start charging this way. And then, so that's 40 feet of its movement to get there. And then could it also attack the gate?
Yes, it could attack the gate.
Okay. Well, let me click on it. Let me grab it sheet.
And I think it gets something if it moves more than 10 feet on its turn or something.
Yeah, if the elk moves at least 20 foot straight towards the target, then hits it with a ram attack on the same turn, the target takes an additional damage. Okay. So, yeah, so then it's going to back up and then run at it.
Okay.
That'll use all of its speed.
Okay.
Movement, I mean. All right. So, got to roll that attack. That is a 14 to hit the gate.
Oh, that'll hit.
And it does 9 plus, let's see, 26.
26 points of damage. Nice.
Bludgeoning
Okay.
damage.
That'll be enough to bust open the gate. The rest so it kind of has been warped in like towards the elk. The elk comes around the other side and slams into it with its antlers. And the gate, you hear a cracking noise, and the bar that's across the interior of the gate breaks the rest of the way, and it swings open inwards. The gates themselves are sort of bent at this point. So that's the elk's turn, though, all of its movement. So it stays there. Cool. Very nice. Gates are open. Chad, it is your turn.
Okay. The guy that got hit by the spiritual weapon isn't looking too hot.
He is not looking hot at all.
Okay. Think I'm not even going to waste any movement toward... Well, let me double check. Yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm going to take one of my hand axes from my side and chuck it at him.
Oh. Get him.
Okay.
13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. 9 slashing damage.
That'll kill him.
Yeah.
That one is dead.
Okay. Is it safe to assume that these people over in cages look like innocents and captives?
They do. Yeah, you seeing some sort of kind of common folk dressed in rags and kind of dirtied clothing, wearing some manacles, and they are, now that they've kind of, the surprise round is done, they see all of you, they're kind of like pulling on the bars and they're yelling help at all of you.
We're coming!
So, gonna use my movement to get down the ladder. Does that take, if it's a 15-foot ladder, does that take 15 movement?
No, I'll say it'll take an additional 5 feet of movement to move down the ladder.
So yeah.
If you're kind of doing, I imagine you're doing this sort of like
The
action
sliding
movie,
thing.
like sliding down the side of the ladder. So, yeah.
So yeah, gonna do that. But then I still really only have 25 feet of movement or something. Unless, can I get over to that horse and get on it and then use its speed?
You could get on the horse and get on it, and on your next turn, you have the horse's movement speed.
I think I'm gonna try this.
How fast do horse go?
Faster than Chad.
Probably. I need to pull out the horse stats now because I didn't think these were going to play. I just kind of put them on there for.
Why would you put animals in there and not think we were gonna befriend them?
Because I just don't think things through, I guess.
How can you do this to yourself?
Yeah, they're draft horses, so they're not super. They're 40 foot movement speed.
Still more than Chad.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get over there, start quickly, unhitching it and hop on, getting my pike at the ready.
Giddy up.
I forgot you had a pike.
Jeez.
This boy don't mess around.
Chad know how to fight, and he do it good.
All right. I need to brush up on my mounted combat rules at this point. But yeah, I think you get you get the option to have it like dash, disengage, dodge on its turns too. So cool. All right. You're on there. That's it for Chad's turn.
Yes.
Okay. Hilda, it is your turn. Did somebody ask me a question? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, cool. I thought somebody did. Okay, Hilda is your turn.
How could you put animals in a fort and not expect us to befriend them?
Yes, I did hear that. Okay.
Okay. All right. Hilda is going to go along this wall. 5. Kind of overstep around that guy. And then, so I'm assuming she can see that guy up in the upper right, like around the corner of that building. Maybe can she see or no?
Ping who you're talking about?
This guy.
Yes, you can see him.
Okay. Well then.
I'll say he has like half cover, but you can see him.
Okay. Well, she's gonna pull out one of her bells and ring it and cast. Oh, where's it? Crown of Madness.
I love.
Oh shoot!
On him.
Okay.
He has to make
A wisdom save.
a wisdom save.
Okay. That's a 5.
Nope. Okay, he is under my control. I'm gonna make him attack that guy, or well, have him attack anybody else he can see.
Okay. So let's see.
Any of his friends.
Target charm this way.
Friends
So the
are
charm
not-
target must use its action before moving on each of his turns to make a melee attack as a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. And then it can act normally. Okay.
Oh, has to attack and then move?
Yeah, it attacks and then moves. But with the order that the bandits are going in, he'll probably I'll that should play itself out. So we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, it's really far away, but a sort of jagged crown appears on his head, and his eyes go crazy.
Okay. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay, so from the other side, I would like to get that guy over here, because he's 115 feet from me, with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Pew. We're about to
Jeez.
wreck these guys.
Yeah.
Okay. 24 to hit.
24 hits. Just gonna preemptively kill him.
That's 18 points of radiant damage.
And his body is glowing. As he also kind of gets hit and then boom, 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 boom off the side of the wall. Yeah, just destroyed. Jeez, this is some like SEAL Team 6 shit right now.
Don't worry, we'll mess it up.
Yeah. So
We don't know what's inside that building.
Can I move then?
you can't. Yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna, I guess, climb down the ladder and go help Chad. All those other guys are pretty far away. Yeah, I'm gonna climb down the ladder. And start moving towards the people in the cages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna start moving my spiritual weapon like along the wall, so it'll stay up there with Hilda and Matthias.
Okay.
Kind of, it can go 20 feet, I think, just like this way.
All right. 15, 20 right there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Alrighty. Now it's going to be... Did you move?
Yeah, I'm going to climb down the ladder and start going towards the people in the cages. However far I can go.
So we'll say 5... Or no, it'd be 5, 10. You can move your spiritual weapon 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll say you get about right there.
That'll work.
If they move at speed. Okay, cool. Be the dogs' turns now. They immediately run towards the giant. 10, 15, 20.
Oh, my doggies.
Yeah, they're about to all die. The dogs are each going to make an attack against. That's going to be a 10, a 13, and a 7. Only the 13 hits. So he's going to make 7 points of piercing damage to Krog. And Krog has to make a strength saving throw to avoid falling. This would be ridiculous if... Oh my god.
Is there not something that specifies size?
There's not something that specifies size. It just said if the target is a creature, it must make a DC 11 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. And he rolls
all 3 dogs.
with a +5. He rolls a 7.
He's gonna follow the dogs.
And yeah, Carl goes. He's like swiping down at them and hits the ground. I'll make a dexterity saving throw for the one dog and see. 15. Okay, I'll say that dog gets out of the way. Yeah, none of them are crushed in the process, but that's going to be the one captain over here's turn. He on his turn is going to use his action, pulls out a horn off his belt and blows it as a war horn, or this like trumpeting sound emanates through the courtyard, and he begins to yell. You begin to hear some other sounds of panic coming from inside the building as well. He is also, as he drops that, he draws his weapons and then he lets out a whistle as well as like shrill whistle as he moves in behind this dog. The dogs. That's all he's got on his turn though. Action, bonus action. Need to... Okay, boar's turns. What are the boars doing?
Okay. Do you want your boar to go first?
I'm just gonna have him charge in the gate. Just look for something that looked vaguely threatening if it could get to it. I don't know how far a boar can go.
40 feet.
Yeah. He goes running in the gate.
Okay.
Towards the doggos, I guess.
Towards the doggos? All right.
Yeah. Mine will as well, but yeah, they can't get within
dash?
range yet. Yeah, I suppose they could dash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could dash.
Okay. Just send him over there to confuse the dogs.
Yeah.
Whee!
All right, the boars go
Yay.
charging in. It is now Krog's turn, and Krog stands himself up and says, "Stupid dogs," and he starts like stomping down at the dogs.
You made me look bad.
Underneath him, yeah. Not good for Krog's image. It's going to make a great club attack. That's a 27 to hit. That's going to hit 24 points of bludgeoning damage. That's going to take out all 3 dogs in one hit. Each of them only has 5 hit points. And you just hear it as the great club just sweeps through, and all 3 dogs are just not there anymore. The other attack, he now steps forward, sees the other man who just blew the horn and says, "Too loud," and he's going to make a second great club attack against him. That is a 17 to hit for 17 points of bludgeoning damage. All right. That guy's still up, but it's looking a little hurt. And that's the end of Krog's turn. Matthias goes 5, 10, 15. Nobody's taken any damage yet. So he is going to...
Krog took some damage, right?
Oh, Krog did take some damage, yes. He's taking 7 points of damage. So, bonus action, you can heal one creature you see within 60 feet of you. So yeah, he's gonna help out Krog a little bit while he can. He's gonna spend 2 of his healing light to heal Krog for 2d6, which will be 4. That wasn't great. Points of healing. And then he is going to fire. I think he's within range for Eldritch Blast. Yeah. He's going to fire some Eldritch Blast down at the bandit who's attacking Krog. It's a 23 to hit, and he's not with advantage. That's a 20 to hit. I don't know. I was about to turn off advantage. 6 plus 12. 18 points of damage. All right. Now the bandits' turns. We'll deal with the ones on the wall first. 5, 10. Okay, so the one with Crown of Madness. I think this guy behind him starts running past 5, 10, 15, 20, and it's like, come on, Dale. And that one now has this like ominous like halo of thorns now around his head, draws his scimitar and takes an attack before he starts moving against the other one. He's going to roll scimitar attack. That's 20 to hit for 2 points of slashing damage. He hits him, and as soon as he hits, the other guy goes, what the hell? He turns around, and at that point the crown sort of vanishes for a moment, as now he's like has control of his faculties. And he's like, I don't know what that was. And the two of them start running kind of like in tandem. 5, 10, 15. And then this one goes a little bit further. So they just start running. They're like yelling at each other and stuff. He's not quite picking up on what happened yet. One of them, and he's just like, I don't know, something's wrong. And that's their movement. And I think they can use. That's not the right one. I got so many sheets up right now.
Yeah.
Light crossbow range 80, 320.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can definitely get Krog. Can also get the boars. Can't get any of you. Could go for the elk, but I think he's got some cover. Yeah, I think they're just going to go for Krog. So one of them already took his attack. So I don't... Does it say it uses his attack, or he just has to make an attack?
Let's see. Must use its action before moving each turn. Yeah. So it used its action, and then at the end of his turn, he can make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so he's already used his action. The other one is going to make a crossbow attack against Krog. That is going to be an 11 to hit, which misses. He's fires at the giant, but he's far enough away, and he just got hit. He's really distracted that the bolt just goes wide and hits the wall. And they're still yet bickering amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Wisdom save for the one that did.
Yes.
It's a 6, so he is still armed. I'm gonna put a thing on him.
Okay.
We'll just do like that. Okay. All the other ones. You hear another whistle from around the back of the building. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is going to use his action to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then they're going to dash. Why do I make so many bandits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that one ends up there with his action to dash. Now the one's inside. We got 5, 10, 15, 20. This one makes it outside. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one makes it outside. 2 bandits come emerging from the front. I think They're gonna, that's 20, 25, 30, 25, 30. They're both gonna take crossbow shots at you, Jules,
Okay.
because you're the first thing they see.
I'm a big target.
It's a 6 and an 18.
The 18 hits.
Okay, 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another one comes running out, but is using its action to dash. That one just barely makes it outside. That one also dashes to get out. Sarthia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and that one also makes it out, but I had to use his action to dash. All right, and you can hear a few more coming out from inside, but it's like a hornet's nest has been kicked. Suddenly, a whole cluster of these bandits begins to run out of the tower. That's going to put it to the start of the round with the giant elk.
Oh, okay. Giant elk is gonna charge those dudes who just came out. Let's see. Can he make? Yeah, yeah, they're in trouble.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, elk is gonna charge, and I guess. Oh, not cover that guy. I guess I could just attack one, so it's gonna attack that guy in front.
Yeah, if he does enough damage to carry over to somebody right next to it, you'll do cleave damage since they have points.
Okay.
But only if he kills it at one go.
All right, let's click on their sheet. Giant elk. There you go. Gonna make a ram attack. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and it does 20 bludgeoning because it ran in a 20-foot straight line.
Yeah, that'll kill the first one, and then 9 damage carry over to. We'll just have him take the step forward, and that'll carry over to the one behind him, the other captain.
Okay, and then that guy has to make a DC 14 saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay.
The second guy.
Strength saving throw.
Yes, DC 14.
That's a 15, so he succeeds.
Okay.
So he is a little harder than the others and keeps his footing as he is pushed backwards, but stays standing up. Cool. So that's the elk's turn. Chad, you are now mounted.
Yep. Which I think technically would have had to use half my speed this turn, but now I'm mounted. So going to have the horse, because it can move within the same space as the giant elk, right? Because allies. I'm just wondering because I want to basically get around over to here.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yep. So you'll have to move the horse as well, but I get over there, and as I do, I mutter a few words in which is language that I know? Yes, in Infernal. And Chad burst into fire as he casts Searing Smite.
Oh, okay.
So it's a combination of Searing Smite makes it so that my pike starts glowing with fire, but I have the Flames of Phlegethos. Whenever you cast a spell that deals fire damage, you can cause flames to wreath you until the end of your next turn. The flames don't harm you or your possessions, and they shed bright light.
That's terrifying.
While the flames are present, any creature within 5 feet of you that hits you with a melee attack takes fire damage. And I get to do extra fire damage, so there's a whole lot of stuff that is right now. But basically, I am Ghost Ridering the
the
elk.
Love it. Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Yep. That's 18 plus stuff.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. Are you going for the regular bandit or the captain?
The captain.
Okay.
So let me remember how much the pike does. That's a d10. Well, that is going to be 4 piercing damage, and now let me remember how much fire damage. Or I guess we can just use what I rolled. So 7 fire damage.
Okay.
Yes, and then he is on fire. I think he needs to make a con save to see if he catches fire.
All right. Did you do your damage for the attack too?
Yes, that was just 4 piercing.
Okay, so it was 4 piercing and 7 fire.
Yep, and so now the pike is out. I am still on fire. I assume he is still up.
He is, yeah. He also made a 12 on his con save.
So he is on fire.
Okay.
So at the start of each of its turns, or well, I guess at the start of the turn, make the save. On a failed save, he's going to take fire damage. So he'll take fire damage at the start of his turn or something. Okay. He is on fire. Once
it gets to his turn, yeah, we'll do that.
And then I will use my extra attack to attack the regular bandit next to him.
Okay.
I think that's a dirty 20. 14 plus stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And so he's going to take... that's full 13 piercing damage.
Oh,
He did. As you sweep through and cut into that, or cleave into that one. You said it was 13?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 points carry over to the guy next to him. Cool. Very cool. As Chad just up on the horse, just swiping down, swinging through the bandits, and you kill one, and the other one is still up. He's on fire and looking hurt, but he's not at death's door yet. Cool. Hilda, what you got?
okay. Hilda's going to use her action to ring the bell some more and continue the spell, curse the Crown of Madness.
Okay.
On the one guy using her action. But as the bell rings out, Jules also feels inspired. He's going to use bonus action to inspire Jules.
Cool.
Yay.
You had a D6 or a D8 inspiration right now?
Let me look. I think it's just a D6.
I think that's right. I don't think it goes up till D8 till you're at 5 levels in Bard.
Yeah, D6.
Okay.
So you get D6 that you can
Very
use
cool.
for things. Let me click the thing.
Very cool. Very cool. Are you staying where you're at?
Yeah, I'm going to stay there, but maybe kind of like crouch low and try to take a little bit of cover.
Okay. Sounds good.
There's like
I'll give
railings
you
or anything here.
Yeah, I mean, you're at a high enough elevation. You could get half cover just from kind of like getting low or going prone.
Okay.
All right, nice. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use a bonus action to keep sending my spiritual weapon down the wall.
Okay, 5, 10,
feet.
15, 20. All right.
No, like over here, like up on the wall.
Oh, up on the wall.
Yeah.
5, 10.
Towards those guys that are trying so hard to run this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to leave it up there between them and
I like
Hilda
this, like
Matthias.
battle of the spiritual weapon coming this way. They're coming this way. It's like,
It's gonna be very good. The end of Monty Python, the whole video.
Yeah.
So that's my bonus action. I would like to run my 30 feet, like right here in the middle of all these boys,
Okay.
like here. And come on, token, let me click you. There we go. Right there. And then I'm gonna use my action to cast Word of Radiance on them.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna I should grab my holy symbol.
I'll say one thing that might help you because I want to. Could you get here with your 30 feet?
Maybe.
Or sorry,
It goes out 5 feet from me.
Well, because there is somebody that is standing right there. He's just underneath the wall right now, so you might be able to get 3 of them if you.
No, I don't really remember where I was.
5, 10, 15,
I was
20.
like right here.
5, 10.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to get there.
Okay. Sorry, everything's
if
very
you-
small.
If you wanted to, you might be able to get 3 of them.
Well, that's why I was running here, because isn't that the captain guy?
Oh yeah, the captain's there. Sorry, my bad. I forgot he was there. He's also on fire. Yeah, cool.
Mhm.
All
So
right,
I'm
so then
getting
you
3 of them.
yes, you are getting 3 of them. I missed
Okay.
him.
So I grab my holy symbol, and burning radiance erupts from me. So each creature of my choice that I can see within the 5 feet. So all 3 of those mean boys that are within 5 feet of me have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's a 16 and an 8 for the 2 regular boys.
Okay, a 16 succeeds, but the other guy fails.
And another 8.
Yay! So
The
those
captain.
guys take 9 radiant damage.
Ooh. Okay. The one guy is very bad. The captain is about at half right now. Nice. So this like explosion of like radiant energy bursts off you, and one of them kind of ducks behind this well that's in the center of this courtyard, avoiding the blast. The other 2 take it full front. The captain who's already burning is again like yells out again in pain. All right.
That's a cool cantrip.
That's a very cool cantrip. So gotta add some guys to the field. At the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. At the end of your turn, you all hear the beating of wings as erupting, following the command of the whistle, erupting from the tree tower. 4 vultures come sailing out. One flies straight down to pick up the captain there. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. What's their movement speed? Where are you, vulture? 60. Okay. The other one swoops down to the bandit that's on fire, and kind of lands next to him to pick him up. But he's in a bad spot right now, so he's unable to mount currently. The other 2, I think, are going to sail over here. Just going to move those together. Yeah, I think they begin to fly straight in the direction of Matthias and Hilda. Seeing them along the wall and these 2 dark birds soaring through the air towards you. That's all they can do on their turn, though, because they had used their action to dash. All the dogs are dead. So it's the 3 captains' turns now. One of them is going to continue his fight against Krog. It's going to make 3 attacks. Scimitar, natural 1, 24, natural 20. So it's total of 7 plus 4 is 11 points of damage to Krog. Looking fine. The other one with Chad has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
Okay. That's a 16.
He is no longer on fire.
Okay, does he take the damage, or is that...
No, because it's only supposed to be on the failed save.
Okay. And he is... Yeah, I mean, he's going to attack you and the elk. So he'll make one attack.
I am still on fire, so if he hits me, it's going to hurt.
First attack is going to be against the elk. That's a 24 to hit for 5 points of slashing damage to the elk.
Ouch.
The other one is to you, Chad. That's a 16 to hit.
That misses.
All right. And then he's going to follow up with 1 dagger attack against you. That's a 7 to hit. So that misses.
Unfortunately, on the miss, he doesn't take any fire damage. He has to hit me.
Unfortunately, doesn't. And then he's going to use half his movement speed to climb up onto the vulture too. So now vulture, horse, face off. Okay. That ends. One more is using half his movement speed to climb up on the vulture, and then I'm going to say, because the vulture had to use his action, everything to dash this turn, the vulture cannot move, so he's pretty much just stuck there for right now. They will move on their turn next turn. So, bandit captain's turns are done. Boars. guys want to make your attacks against the other bandit captain?
Yep.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
Sorry, I just like threw my dice across the room.
4 slashing.
All right.
15?
Hits.
6 slashing.
Slashing. All right. And I think in conjunction with that, Krog lifts up his great club and slams down on him for 16 to hit and 11 points of bludgeoning. Still not up. He's still up. So he'll follow for the second attack. Man, the range on giant damage is nuts. That was 11 points of damage. He does like 24 points of damage all over the place. But that one is 21 to hit for 25 points of bludgeoning damage. So with two, as the boars kind of sandwich the captain, who's stunned for a second and suddenly throws up his blade just to deflect slightly the massive great club that slams down on top of him. He falls to one knee, looks up one more time, and boom, is just crushed in the ground and gone. Very cool. Krog is then gonna lumber foom, 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 over towards this one. Just bird. And that's gonna be his turn. Matthias is going to also yell bird as the buzzards or the hawks are coming closer. He is going to cast yeah, I think he's just going to stick with Eldritch Blasts on one of them. So pew. Well, one of those actually, yeah, one of those misses. The other one hits for. Yeah, it did the +5 twice though. That shouldn't be doing that. So that'll be 14 plus 8. That's going to be enough. Yeah, that, and they have exactly 22 hit points. So that one it fires up twice, misses, and then connects square into the center of the hawk's head, and then it kind of spirals down out of the air, and the black hawk is down. That is going to end Matthias's turn. Bandits. Oh god, there's so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are you not moving? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one is not on the ground. He is over here. Okay. And I think this one is going to head over this way. Wants nothing to do with you, Jules. All the other ones are going to make it out. Three more come running out. Oops. What that was. Okay.
It's a ghost in the machine. Put it in tokens.
Yeah. Those three come running out to surround you. So we're going to get a lot of attacks here. Oh, this guy comes running past and the other bandit makes an attack against him.
Yes.
21 to hit.
Oh.
For 7 points of slashing damage. He's not dead, but he's close. And so he gets slashed, he goes fast, and he goes, turns around and goes, the fuck? And he actually, I think at this point is angry enough that he turns around and makes an attack against the guy that's attacking him. So
makes sense.
He's going to turn around and take a scimitar attack. That's going to be an 11 to hit, which actually misses. and Daryl like comes out of it just enough. Dale comes out of it just enough time to see him and goes and like dodges out of the way, and they're both screaming at each other from across the parapets here, and seem to just be focused on each other. He'll make another wisdom save. That's a 7, so he fails.
Nope.
This poor guy.
He's gonna murder his best friend.
Oops.
Oh, no.
That'll be the top of the round. Let's go ahead and do this because we're getting into probably break time right now. So at the top of the round, with all of these bandits converging on you, you hear one other sound coming from the tower across the like kind of looking over the building in front of you. You can see with a mostly intact tower, and you see a blood red falcon perched on top of that tower, and you hear a gruff voice echo from over the courtyard as a half orc man in like full plate armor steps out, and he yells, "What the fuck is going on out here?" And he whistles up towards the hawk, which swoops down beneath him, and he leaps on top of it and begins to fly into the fray. But that is where we will end. That's where the round's going to start. Hargrave has now joined the initiative, and we will go ahead and
joins the battle.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. But now everyone is on the field. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll take a quick break here and come back in to finish this fight. So stay tuned, everybody, and we will be right back. Welcome back, everyone. We are heading into the second half of our game here. It's been very combat heavy. Thank you for. If you enjoy combat, you're welcome. If you don't, I'm sorry.
Join us next week.
We don't typically tend to have big combat encounters like this very often, but when we do, we go all the way. Anyway, so I'll do more announcements at the end. I want to get back into the action. So here we go. Hargrave has just emerged from his tower, leader of the Umbra Hawkers, riding on his giant Bloodhawk. And it is the giant elk's turn at the top of the round.
Oh, okay. Giant elk. What's giant elk gonna do? There's all those guys right there. There's also Jules is like right in the middle of them.
Yeah, they're gonna regret that when it's my turn.
Yeah, I think elk is gonna run and attack that guy.
Who are you
A
keeping
random
the
dude.
guy again? Oh, okay.
That dude.
The straggler.
The straggler is about to be straggled. Okay. Let me click the thing. There we go. 27. That's a natural 20.
All right, we'll roll the additional damage.
I think it already did.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it did.
No,
Plus-
that's the crit damage. Roll another
Plus
4d6.
the extra for okay.
Yeah, which also gets doubled, so 4d6 on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
He's dead. I just want to see how high this goes.
11.
He's double dead. Like if we were going with the optional rules that some of them might still be unconscious, he is definitively dead. I actually think his body is now impaled on one of the horns
Oh.
of the, who is just like menacingly stalking the battlefield, just gore covering the its horns.
Oh man, it's the Raven Stag. Okay.
Yeah, this murder elk. Okay, that ends its turn. I guess.
That's what it do. Just with that, I'll move. I don't know if we can move the. Hey, I can't move the guy. I was gonna add him to our pile.
Yeah, I'm putting him on the pile on the side. Yeah, I think the 5 bandits that are surrounding Jules all see this happen as like one of the guys is like running across him, looking like he's gonna take a shot up at Matthias and Hilda, and suddenly, doosh, just the elk comes
Like a freight train.
like a freight train out from the side, comes grinding to a halt and has the body just impaled in the horns, and they all are very worried. Okay. It is Chad's turn now.
Okay. I'm trying to remember. I think Chad would have gone. The fire surrounding him would have gone out at the end of his last turn.
Okay.
Either way, it's going to go out. He'll be not on fire anymore after this turn. So, just going to try and stab that captain again.
Yeah, and he's not on fire, so I'll turn that off. Okay.
I assume a 10 does not hit.
No, 10 does not hit.
Okay. Gonna try and stab him with the pike again. Much better, dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, that does hit.
Well, that's minimal damage for 4 piercing damage.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do extra damage, but what I think I will do for my bonus action is I will use my rally to give Krog some extra HP and tell him, "You're doing great. Never give up. Never surrender. Get the red bird." And he gets 10 temporary HP.
Okay. 7 HP.
Amazing.
Um,
Chad's doing a great job.
Yeah.
plus
This is
10.
what Chad do.
Chad's doing great.
All right. Yeah, Krog's basically at full health right now. This is pretty good. So Krog just like beats on his chest, just like, and looks over towards Hargrave, whose turn it is right now. So he comes flying in. I don't know if he can make it all the way. Oh, he can.
Okay.
So coming soaring in, soaring, flying. He comes over the keep and straight towards Krog, and is going to make 3 attacks against Krog. 3 attacks with his greatsword. That'll be an 8 to hit. That misses. 11 to hit. Holy shit. 8, 11, natural 1. All 3 miss as he tries to attack Krog. And Krog just sort of, I think he throws up his great club and sort of sends Hargrave kind of back a bit, like staggered. And Hargrave's attacks just swing wild at that point. He looks to be entering sort of like a frenzied state and is really just getting PO'd right now. But that's all he's got. Hilda.
Okay. Let's see. There's those guys over there running. Yeah, I think she's just gonna for at least one more round, keep up that spell.
Okay.
The Crown of Madness.
Okay.
And but there's that bird coming up on us. Dang, I forgot about that bird. Okay, just kidding. She's gonna. Okay, yeah, no, she's gonna turn around and use her crossbow on that bird that's flying in on him.
Okay.
That one right there. So is gonna drop the spell because she has to use her action to continue it. So that spell will end. Oh, but that's a natural 20 on the bird. What is that damage? Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. It is 1d8, so I need to roll 2d8. That's a d10. I should not roll a d10 for a d8. There we go, 6. So that is 19 piercing.
Jeez.
To that bird that's swooping in.
All right.
The crossbow bolt.
Yeah, that bird kind of like streak just stops in the air for a moment as the bolt hits. It drops a few feet, but maintains its altitude for the most part. It's very hurt, but it is still up.
Okay, and that's it.
Okay,
stay up there with your eyes.
Nice. Jules, you got a party around you. What would you like to do?
I would like to, yeah, they're all around me. I'm going to cast Word of Radiance again.
Sure. This is pretty much the best time to use it.
So they all have to make a con save.
All right. DC is what?
16.
Fail. Success. 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 Jeez. Fail. Okay, so 3 of them succeed, 1 of them, or 2 of them fail.
Okay.
They rolled very well. I apologize.
Well, I rolled 11 radiant damage.
Well, you killed 2 of them outright.
Yeah, fuck y'all.
Whoa!
The 2 that do fail just are incinerated as you just utter this word to your to Gethys, and there is this blast of radiant energy, and 2 of them, just sort of like the end of Raiders, are just dissolved in front of you, bone exposed, and then they just collapse in charred heaps next to you, and the other 3 that succeeded look to the 2 of them and have this just very panicked look on their faces. They're glad they wore their brown pants today.
Okay. So the spell rules.
Yes.
Which I forgot to ask about last time. Because does that apply to cantrips? Because it's a cantrip, so they don't take half damage or anything if they succeed.
I think I don't think it applies to cantrips. I think that's why I wrote it that way. No. No, wait. Let me double check because
You have when you cast a non-concentration spell with a casting time of 1 action. Oh, that targets a single creature.
yeah, that's
There
it.
we go. That's what it is. I knew it was something. Okay. Great. That's my action. Fuck those 2 guys in particular. Can my spiritual weapon get to this burb? If it goes like straight across because it's hovering. Great. I'm gonna send my spiritual weapon just stop and then careening back towards the burb.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try
Or
to
definitely
hit it.
doesn't see it coming.
Do I get advantage?
No.
Oh, well, that's a natural 20, so
Holy
fuck
wow.
off, bird.
Yeah. Bye-bye, birdie.
D8s. That is 17
Yeah,
force damage.
It's dead. So the bolt hits it, and you see the bird flapping its wings and trying to get its balance, and it looks like it might be about to bolt. And then suddenly, what's your weapon again? Is it a hammer or is it a?
It looks like no, it actually looks like a woodcutter's axe, like one of the really big wood handled axes. Jill's a simple lady.
And then the bird's wings stop beating and it falls, and you just see this glowing lumberjack's axe just hovering in the air behind it.
And turn back around, just point at Hilda, I got you.
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
Triple kill.
I'm gonna tower over the other 3 guys that are around me and just kind of look at them menacingly, like, you really want to do this?
Make an intimidation check.
Yes.
You did just kill 3 people in one turn, and 2 of them dissolved in a burst of radiant energy.
It's gonna not go well for me. I have a -2 to charisma.
You're also inspired.
I rolled a 20.
Oh no, you didn't need that special.
No, wait. Yeah. -2. 18.
Okay. All right.
Take a roll.
The 18 is still really high. Okay. We'll see what they do on their turn. They don't seem super confident right now.
Good.
That's going to be...
that was a pretty good turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done.
End of your turn. Vultures, all the ones... Okay, so none of them are taking their turns independently. It's just the mounts right now. So I'm actually going to delete them off the tracker. All right, so we have 2 captains remaining. One of them... 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Comes flying over the top. Isn't quite able to make it from there. So the only thing that he can do is he's going to throw a dagger at you, Jules, because that's about all he's got from this distance.
All right.
It's an 11.
That misses.
The dagger, ting, just glances off your shield. Doesn't.
Well, that's mine now.
Yeah. The other one that is stuck in a really bad spot between the giant and between Chad is, I guess, going to make... Yeah, he's going to do the same thing. So he's going to make 1 attack against the giant. It's Krog. That's a 24 to hit for 7 slashing damage. To Krog. Goes back to 94 hit points. And then he's going to make another scimitar attack against Chad. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
So 11 points of slashing damage.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
He then falls up on 1 more dagger attack, but it's a 16. I'm not sure if that hits you.
No.
Okay. I think that's all of the bandit captains. Boar's turns.
Charge!
Yep. Is Hargrave down near the ground, or I assume he's kind of hovering in
He's
air?
about 10 feet off the ground right now.
Okay, if we stack the boars on top of each other.
If one boar stops and you want to use them to kind of launch off, sure, you can try it.
Oh no, I don't think I actually want to try that.
Okay.
I mean, it could get the charge attack bonus.
Do it.
I changed my mind, let's do it.
All right. So one boar kind of runs up and stops, and I guess it's going to use the help action as the other one goes
Yep.
charging forward and then leaps off the back of the other boar through the air.
So epic.
Instead of a SAM missile, it's a ham missile.
Yes!
Have that boar make an athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Go.
16.
Okay. He leaps through the air. He's going towards Hargrave.
Yep.
All right. Make his attack.
Go, boar, go.
Oh, 14.
That misses.
It's still
the
flying towards it.
yeah, the boar just
I
kind of
imagine it's very scary.
yeah. Hargrave just yells "fuck" and lunges backwards, and the boar just
Flying pig.
goes sailing
Oh
through
my
the air.
God.
That's some pig.
That is
When pigs fly. Yeah, it lands on the ground. You could set up for another attack on the next turn. That was really good.
Incredible.
But it's not enough to get it this time around.
Where does he land?
So I'll say to set this up, one of them had to run over here, and the other one lands about
On the roof?
right over here. No. You didn't go that high.
I don't know how tall the building is.
It's a
big
little
thing.
taller than Okay, good try though. Good try, Boris.
Well, we've been using him as a distraction this whole time, so might as well keep it up.
Yeah. Geez, no one's hurt, so Matthias doesn't have to worry about any of that.
A little hurt.
You're a little hurt.
I'm like,
Okay.
oh, my 5 hit points hurt.
He'll use his bonus action to do a healing light on you and just spend one use of it. To heal you a
Well,
D6.
thanks, bub.
That's 6.
Hey.
That's pretty good. I assume you're
I like
within
this
60.
guy.
Yeah, you are within 60 feet. And then he is going to do some more Eldritch Blasts. And so he's going to work on the bandits that you are working on. Or no, he's going to go for the bandit captain that is currently flying towards you and just threw the dagger at you. So he's going to make 2 attacks. It's a 14 and a 17. So the first one misses, the second one hits for 14 force damage.
Nice.
All right, that's his turn. Krog's turn is going to make an attack at he's going to go for Hargrave and is going to attack with his great club.
Yeah, buddy.
First one's a 12. It's going to miss. Second one's a 25, which would hit. But Hargrave is going to use his reaction to redirect attack. And he's going to redirect the attack at the bandit captain that is flying next to him. And so he just kind of
plays.
yeah, he just kind of like shoves him I think he lets out a command or like a whistle, and you see him flying over, like kind of soars past the captain who's currently engaged with Chad, and there's this dark shadow that just looms over the captain for a moment as Krog is trying to track Hargrave and slams down but misses Hargrave and then hits the captain there. That'll be 11 points of bludgeoning damage to him. Still up, but not looking great. And that's Krog's turn. Bandits now. So you've got the 3 of them that you just intimidated. Jules, I think the one that's at 2 hit points books it, and he just runs. Do you do an attack of opportunity, or do you let him go?
How much is it per head?
10 gold.
10.
I let him go.
Okay. He starts retreating into the keep.
Okay. I'm not gonna run out. Oh yeah, okay. I'll let him hide in there for a while.
Yeah, he just runs back into the building. So that's good.
Think that he's safe.
Maybe we'll reform at least one of them.
Yeah. Okay. So he disappears into the building
and all that.
The other two
to herself.
the other two at full health. They're going to attack you.
Okay.
They're not very sure about it, but they're going to try. So that will be Scimitar attack against you. It's a 5 to hit and a 10 to hit.
Nope.
Both miss. All right. Elk. What's the elk gonna do?
Elk is gonna try to get how far off the ground is this guy?
About 10, 15 feet. And he's high enough or low enough that the elk could get him.
Okay. Charge.
He was coming down towards Jules.
Okay.
All right, make your attack. I assume he backs up a bit so he can get the.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
What's that?
Natural
1. Oh, a 1. Nope.
So the elk goes charging forward, and the captain pulls back on the reins a bit, and the elk just slams into the side of the building, and the horns dig in, and its horns get stuck for a second, and then he yanks himself out. A couple of the bricks go flying towards the well, but he doesn't make purchase, and it's kind of stunned for a second and isn't able to connect this round.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, buddy. You've been doing good.
We all, at least we confirm that the elk is human now.
Wait.
Is mortal, is fallible.
We've confirmed the elk is human.
You know what I meant. All right, Chad, it's your turn.
Yeah. Let's see. Chad is going to just have the horse move in just a little bit more so that he's up next to Jules.
Yeah, I'll let you do your turn, and then I forgot. I just missed a shit ton of the bandits that should have taken their all the ones that are on the walls.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting about them. It's fine. You take your turn, then I'll do theirs.
So even though very clearly Jules has this handled, still wants to support her, so it's just going to come in and try and pike the one that is now in between them.
Well, she wouldn't want Chad to miss out on the fun.
14 to hit.
14 will hit the baby boy there.
Yeah, so gonna that is, I should really remember my damage modifier. That is 8 piercing damage.
Okay, he's still up, but he is very hurt.
Okay. Going to turn attention back towards the captain, who is still somehow alive after all of this.
Yeah, he's gotten some very lucky hits from Krog, so.
Yep, so 18 plus stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for this turn, but I just remembered. I keep forgetting about my great weapon fighter thing. But that is 11 piercing damage on the captain.
Okay, 11 points of piercing damage. Still up, but hurt. Are you still on? Did you dismount, or are you still on the horse?
I'm still on the horse.
Okay,
just had it step in a little bit closer.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is do a distracting strike on the captain. So add the superiority die to the attack roll, or to the damage roll rather. And if it attacks anything, the next creature that attacks it has advantage.
Okay.
Unless 7 more damage kills him.
It does not, but he's very close. Okay. The attacker other than you has advantage on the attack roll. Okay. All right, cool. That'll put it to Hargrave's turn then. Oh no, I forgot about the other ones. So they're gonna 5, 10. Okay, so these two on the wall are still fighting each other.
I forgot about that.
And this one moves in to help. So, because they think he's a traitor.
Oh,
they're
so I see that guy.
Yeah, so they're gonna make their 2 attacks against this guy in the middle. Gang up on him. That hits. 2 points of damage. 6 points. They're also weak as hell, so they don't kill him. It's 8 damage total. He makes his attack. It's like is the entire time like, no, wait, stop! You don't understand. But it's falling on deaf ears. He makes his attack towards the other guy. That's a 20. He kills the first guy that he was attacking. We'll add him to your pile. And turns back around on the other. That's a close fuck over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These people move in. I think they might be close enough.
Oh, they're just running so good.
Yes, they are close enough to make some attacks. Okay, so one of them is going to be able to attack Matthias with the light crossbow. That's a 15 to hit. I think that hits him. No, it doesn't. AC 16. It does not pierce. It pegs him, but it doesn't pierce through his armor. And the other one is going to attack the elk. That's a 5. So that misses. Great. Useful bandits we've got here. Hargrave's turn. Is there even enough people around that this is worth it? There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's going to do it. Instead of attacking this turn, he uses his action. He actually kind of flies up a little bit higher. No, he stays where he's at. But he's going to use his action to use his leadership ability for the next minute. Everyone within 30 feet, or all the bandits within 30 feet could add a D4 to their attack rolls and saving throws.
Cool.
That is it. So he sort of yells out. He says, "Come on, men!" And that's the end of his turn. Hilda.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Can I reach these 85? Okay. Hilda is going, well, shoot. Oh, it's 120 feet. Perfect. Hilda's going to magic missile those 2 guys.
Okay.
One in front's going to get 2, and the one in back is going to get 1.
Okay.
And it looks like... Oh, did that already roll damage? Oh, sweet. So the one in front gets 4 force damage, and the one in back gets 2. Not very much.
That's something.
Pew, pew.
They have a lot of hit points, so that's enough to... It hurts them a lot. Okay, cool. So the three arcane bolts streak out and kind of following the path of the wall, snake around, and then slam into the 2 bandits over there, getting their attention. Okay.
And then as a bonus, she's going to do ring the bell a couple times and inspire Chad.
Okay. Chad, you get your D6 inspiration. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I... I'm going to use my bonus action to send my spiritual weapon, back over here. Come on. Ping, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Go over on the wall.
I'm going to go, right here.
Yeah. That'll work.
As far as you can get with 20,
yeah.
so...
So as long as it's up on the wall in front of those guys. And then can I move, is this a Birdman?
That is a Birdman.
Is he on the ground?
He's about 8 to 10 feet off the ground.
Okay, then never mind. Then I'm just gonna... I'm sorry, I can't see anything.
Yeah, you've got 2 bandits that are right up against you.
Yeah, I see them. And then that's a Birdman.
That's another
Right.
Birdman.
Birdman everywhere. Yeah, then I'm just gonna... I'm gonna Word of Radiance again for my action. Those 2 fools that are next to me.
Okay.
Con saves. It's a good cantrip that I like.
It is a very good cantrip. For these circumstances, a very good cantrip.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 19 and a 15, so I think one fails. The other
one
one's...
fails.
Okay.
Dang it. That's 8 radiant damage.
They don't have a high con modifier, so I don't know how they keep succeeding. But one dies, the other one is fine, and another one is just dissolved and burned away.
Bye.
Very good. So it's bonus action, staying there.
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okay, cool. Bandit captain's turns. Yikes. One of them is very, 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 very hurt. And he's going to... He's been inspired now, so he's not going to run. He's going to make his attacks against Chad. Because he doesn't see the giant faltering at any point, and you've been hounding him a lot. That's the Bandit Lord. That's not who I want. I have to check. I don't know if it's every attack or just the one he hits D4 too. Bandit Lord, special game, whatever. Makes attack roll, saving throw. Oh yeah, every time. Okay.
So it's super bless.
Oh no, a creature can benefit from only one leadership. Oh yeah. So he gets added every time. Yeah, it's basically a super bless. So he's gonna make 3 attacks against you. I don't think there's any way he can make an 8 hit, so that's gonna miss. He might be able to make this one hit. If he rolls a 4, no, it's a 16. That's gonna miss.
Thank
dagger.
You,
Yeah. 24. That'll hit you. I think.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be 5 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
That will end that one's turn, and the other one is, I guess, gonna attack the elk because it's there. So 3 attacks against the elk. It's an 18, 16, and a 22. I think all 3 hit.
Yep, those all 3 hit.
So it's gonna be a total of 18 points of damage.
Okay.
The elk
18. Okay.
just starts like stabbing down into it as violently as he can, trying to kill this elk that has murdered so many people. It's like, I thought these were peaceful creatures.
You thought wrong.
That ends their 2 turns. Boars, go for a boar combo strike again, or
Yes.
Ham
right.
missile.
all right,
Ham
one of them
missile.
makes so make an athletics check with advantage.
12.
Okay, I'll say he doesn't get enough altitude. I'll say he can hit the hawk, but he can't get to Hargrave.
Sure.
Okay, so make an attack, which the hawk's probably easier to hit. So go ahead and make an attack roll against the hawk.
19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, so this is going to do 2 slashing damage, but if the target, or no, it takes an extra 1d6 from the charge for having gotten enough distance for 5 more slashing damage, so a total of 7.
Okay.
And
if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh,
It only
jeez,
has
this
to
is
beat
good.
11, though.
That's an 8,
Ah!
It's
Worth
prone.
it.
which is going to bring both of them down. So, so this time the 2 boards go. One of them stops, the other one goes launching into the air and
I just love them so much.
doesn't get quite enough altitude, but locks on to the Bloodhawk and then poof, slams into the side of it. The Bloodhawk is out of crease, this like this like screech, and then slams in the ground as the air is knocked out of its out of its lungs, and it kind of flaps its wings and tries to get back on its feet. Hargrave also goes tumbling off of the hawk and is now flat-footed on the ground as well. He's not prone because he didn't get hit, but I'll say that he is he's no longer airborne. So very good. I'm gonna put him just right here. So Matthias's turn then is going to shoot 2 more Eldritch Blasts at the Bandit Captain, who's attacking his new favorite elk friend. That's I think both of those miss actually. Yeah, both of those miss. 2 Eldritch Blasts, both of them fire wide and having a hard time shooting around the elk. Krog, seeing Hargrave on the ground now, maybe a little bit easier to hit, is going to make his attacks against Hargrave. Let's see. Ooh, that's only a 10 to hit. That'll miss. And a 12 to hit. That'll miss. Jeez. My good rolls are gone now, guys. Slams down. Poof, poof, and Hargrave's just too fast. Is dodging side to side, avoiding the strikes. Bandits' turns. 1 bandit left next to Jules. I guess he's just gonna try to. The one survivor is gonna try to hit you with the scimitar.
Maybe he'll finally hit me.
That's a 15 to hit.
Nope.
No such luck. The other 2 on the parapets. One of them stabs at the other. That's a 6 to hit. He misses. The other one gets a 22 to hit. He hits, dealing 7 slashing damage to the Dale, the one that
was
the traitor,
traitor
stabs the other one in this like flight or fight instinct, is just trying to kill everyone who's trying to kill him right now, and is panicked and crying and confused. The other 2 go 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're gonna move a little bit closer. They see the spiritual weapon. They aren't really sure what to make of it at this point. It's just been flying around the field, but right now it's just kind of hovering right there. They're gonna sort of ignore it for right now because there is honestly nothing they can do about it.
It's lying in wait.
Yeah, and they're gonna make some attacks against Hilda and Matthias. So it's gonna be 1 light crossbow attack against each of you.
Okay.
So Hilda. That's a 6. That misses you.
Nope.
And a natural 20 against Matthias.
Ooh, can I cutting words that?
It'll hit. Oh, well, you can do cutting words the damage, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't done this before. What does this do? Hang on. Let me click it.
Use your reaction, and you can subtract the inspiration die from the damage roll. Yeah, you could do that.
Okay. You're like, leave it alone. Cast the digits.
Okay, roll a d6.
D6. Oh, it's a 6.
Okay, cool. So it would have been 12 points of damage reduced to 6 points of damage.
Hey, there we go.
That's pretty good. So he only takes 6 points as the bolt hits. And he's staggered a bit, but it is not. Maybe gets a little panicked on his head, having this bolt come out of nowhere. I think he sees you, and he just gives a thumbs up to you behind him, and turns his attention towards those 2 bandits now. Elk's turn.
Elk is going to hoof attack. It's gonna kick out with its hooves at the captain.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
All right. He takes 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right. That's 14. Yikes. Hurts, not down though.
Okay. And then it's probably just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sort of rears back on its back legs, and then just kicks out at the air, and just cracks the captain right upside the head for 14 points of damage. Chad, it is your turn.
Remind me, the legendary points or legend points basically gives us advantage, or is it a reroll?
It's a reroll.
Okay, so I couldn't do it ahead of time to give myself advantage.
You could, but it wouldn't matter because you can.
I would have to use whatever the legend one is.
No, it's better this way because you just get to wait until you roll the first one, see how it goes, and then roll the second one.
Yeah.
For the most part, is better. Just this scenario that I'm thinking of. So, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, if there's some sort of like effect where you get it, like you get something if you have advantage on the attack roll, you can't get that bonus.
Not so much that. I'm just thinking I'm gonna branding smite Hargrave, and it would be real nice if I got a crit on it, but it's fine if not. So I think I am going to. Is Hargrave like he rolled off the hawk and is actually over there?
Yeah, he's actually over there.
Okay, so I'm gonna spur my horse to have it use its disengage action and move around to get over to Hargrave.
Okay. Now I think when the horse uses its disengage action, it disengages for the horse, but not necessarily for you.
Yeah.
Is my understanding of it.
Okay. Well, actually, hold on, because the pike has reach. If I just like move over there,
you have 10-foot reach.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could stay. You could stay within range and still hit Hargrave.
So I'm gonna move over there. As I do, again, muttering some words in Infernal. Gonna cast Branding Smite.
You're also inspired.
Yep. So that is. Wait, why did it do an attack roll? It should just be. I start glowing. So now let me try and stab. Let me go ahead and add the inspiration.
Okay.
Let's see. 19 to hit.
19 would hit, but I think he's going to use his redirect attack again.
Well, okay. And I guess I can't use my precision attack to counteract that by making it a high enough AC?
No, this doesn't rely on his AC. He just automatically gets to choose an ally within 5 feet of him, and he swaps places with them, and they take the attack instead. So he's going to move here. Hawk's going to move there. And so roll your damage against the Hawk.
Yep. See, that's 4 plus 3, 7 piercing, and then we'll just use what the spell rolled plus 8 radiant damage.
8 radiant, so 15 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Hawk is still alive, but is not looking good.
Okay.
It's prone. Or no, it doesn't matter because, well, I'll say I'll give you, because he's swapping places with a prone enemy, I'll let you roll again to see if you get that natural 20.
Okay. Almost. I got a 19.
Okay. That won't make a difference, but cool.
Okay. Well, that was my first attack. Very angry at him. So I guess unfortunately the branding smite has worn off because it's just the first
hit,
right? Okay. Yeah. And let me just make sure. Yeah.
So you can make your second attack normally against.
Yeah, and I guess the blood falcon, blood hawk is glowing with a dim light for 5 feet.
Okay.
So that's a thing now. And it can't become invisible in case it can do that.
Well, we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah. But so now turning the pike on Hargrave. 18 plus stuff plus 24.
Oh, that'll hit.
So let me stab him. That's full damage. That is 13 piercing.
13 points of piercing. Nice. Yikes. Okay. That hits him pretty hard.
And yeah, let me go ahead and do a distracting strike on him as well. So next attack against him before my turn has advantage.
Okay.
And he takes 2 more damage.
Okay, 2 more damage. Okay. That'll end your turn. His turn is going to use half his movement to get back on the hawk again. He's going to have the hawk disengage. You can make an attack roll against him, and he's going to stay within Krog's line of fire, but you can make an attack of opportunity against him if you want, Chad.
Okay, which I will do. Let me, because let's see, that would be 15. Let me go ahead and use my last superiority die to do a no, I'm gonna use my legend point here to re-roll that. Does an 18 hit?
18 will hit.
So stab you with the pike. 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage. Okay. All right. So you get one good shot on him as the bird takes up, gets to about like 20 feet in the air, staying within Krog's range, but is out of your immediate vicinity now. Krog is now going just starting to like swipe at the air.
Did they fly past the boars?
That is true. One of the boars could get an attack of opportunity too against.
Do you want to do the honor, Savannah?
Okay.
Okay.
It's really good. 22.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Yay.
Jimmy doesn't get the prone thing unless it does the charge attack.
Correct.
Yeah, it's gonna move 20
Okay.
feet. That's a 6 slashing damage.
Oh.
All right, 6 points of slashing damage. Okie dokie.
You need to give these boars names. They're doing so good.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. That. Oh, he still has an action to use. Stood up, flew. Yeah. So he is going to make some attacks against Krog with his greatsword. It's going to be a 17 and a 22 and a 20. So all three hit for 31 points of slashing damage. So now Krog's taking a bit of damage and it's kind of like, ow, as he gets his arms are kind of cut up now. Okay, that'll end Hargrave's turn. Hilda.
Okay. Hilda's gonna pull out the belt bomb and cast Hold Person on Hargrave.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom save.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. So +2. Okay. That's a 10.
He is now paralyzed.
Oh, get him.
Okay. Hargrave's now paralyzed on the back
alone.
of the hawk. Nice. So it's sort of flying in the air, and then you just see Hargrave as he's like mid-swing, kind of like lock up the falcon, still beating its wings underneath him, but he is frozen visibly.
Yep.
Very cool.
And yep, that's all she does.
Okay. Jules, it is your okay. Jules, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to send my spiritual weapon. It made it! Do you hit that guy?
Do.
Yes, do. 15?
15 will hit.
Yes. That is 13 force damage.
That one's dead.
Yo!
I'll
And
add him
then
to the dead pile.
It just hovers there menacingly.
Yeah. Well, the two of them run up. They both take shot, and then suddenly one goes, he goes, rah! Looks back over, and he's just decapitated, and the his body falls off the wall, and the other one looks at the menacingly like twirling axe and just begins to take a few steps away.
That's my bonus action. This guy. What are you doing, my man? Is he hurt? Did I hurt him?
No, he's totally unhurt.
All right. There's that other guy right there. Okay, I'm gonna listen. I'm sick of these guys. I'm gonna grab the guy in front of me by the throat and cast Inflict Wounds on him.
Ooh, okay. Make your spell attack.
Which might seem like overkill, but maybe it'll scare some folks. 24.
Hits.
Oh gosh, I don't remember what the damage is. What is it? It's like a lot. It's 3d10. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was the chance he might survive?
20 necrotic damage?
Oh, fuck no. Yeah. You just grab onto his neck, and then suddenly, like, you see decay just begin to spread across his face, and you see these wounds begin to open up. Like gangrene sets over his entire body, and as he lets out one, just like he doesn't even cry out in pain, he just lets out one gasping breath. He falls limp in your hands, and you just sort of chuck him.
I'm gonna chuck him towards the guy that's behind him. Is this guy on the ground or is he flying still?
He's still flying.
Okay, but now he's not up very high. He probably saw that, right?
I think he probably saw it. He's
gonna...
engaged with the elk right now. But
great, I'm gonna chuck him that way to try to get the guy's attention and walk towards him, saying, "Death is a natural part of life. Your turn."
Make another intimidation check.
Yay!
This unscathed figure walking through this battlefield, just murdering people without even breaking a sweat.
That's a 16.
Okay, we'll see how he reacts on his turn, which it is his turn now. Okay, he rolled a 19, so I think he's still hanging in there. He's still going to hang around for a bit. Okay. But he definitely doesn't want to fuck with you. He is going to take 3 more attacks at the elk, though, because he's just done with this elk.
No.
That misses. Oh, wait, that's not his attack. What am I doing? Bandit Captain. 10, 9, 11. Holy shit. All 3 of them miss.
Oh, it's like he's scared.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, he strikes down at the elk 3 times and misses. You know what? I think with those 3 misses, I think he tells the bird to disengage and begins to fly away.
He's out.
I think it's to about right there. I think 60 feet. Yeah. So that's where he's at right now. The elk could, I guess, take an attack of opportunity against him if he wanted to.
Yeah, I might just try to like jab out because he attacked it.
Yes.
Didn't like getting stabbed. So I guess. I mean, it's hooves, but it's actually like its antlers.
Okay.
Well, that's 26.
Holy shit.
Oh, no.
You just killed
this guy's
him.
over.
Holy crap.
So he takes 3 attacks. He takes 3 attacks at the elk and then tries to bail. And as he's looking over his shoulder at Jules, suddenly... the elk just whips its head to the side and impales him on the other side from where the other bandit is hanging. And now as the vulture or the hawk flies away and is gone into the distance, the elk stands there with now 2 bloodied corpses hanging from its horns.
Can the elk fist bump?
Sure. Yeah, it raises up a hoof and just kind of knocks fists with you. Okay.
Dang, elk.
That was incredible.
It's the boar's turns now. Hargrave's a little high for them to get at this point.
A captain next to me?
Oh yeah. Forgot. Thank you. That captain is still at 1 hit point. Is going to make his 3 attacks against you, Chad. That'll be a 20.
Yeah.
A 15. Oh, he gets to add a d4. 19.
Yeah.
And a 17.
That hits.
without the D4. So that'll be 5 plus 9 plus 5. So 19 points of damage.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have reminded you.
Oh, Chadrick.
Yeah, he's really rough right now. That's where he's gonna be. Matthias.
The boars.
Oh, the boars. Yeah. Okay. So the boars can't. I don't think they can get to Hargrave. They could get to the other.
Yeah. Can they get to this captain?
Yeah, they could. There was a dead guy hiding
Charge!
The dead guy.
Okay, go ahead and yeah. I mean, he's close enough to the ground. They can just attack him. So each one
Yay.
can attack.
All right. Natural 20.
Oh fuck.
Go for it,
19.
go.
Just bursts through the captain.
Oh my gosh.
He's at 1 HP, like whatever I roll.
What did the other one roll?
A 19.
Okay, so I think the two boars go running across the ground and then both launch into the air and just crack together, sandwiching the captain off of the bird, and
Oh, wow.
he is dead.
How much do you regret the bag of tricks yet?
Oh, man, I don't. Like, the thing is, I don't at this point because this has been
It's pretty incredible.
amazing. Okay, that'll put it to Matthias. I'm gonna say this bird starts to GTFO though, unless anybody wants to attack it.
Yeah, it can go.
You weren't offered bounties for killing the birds. They just start flying away because now they're just riders. Or
If one of
their
them
owners
gets
are
too
dead.
aggressive, I'm gonna catch dinner though.
Yeah. You do have 2 bird corpses on the ground right now, so I think you have plenty of dinner. Matthias
Hilda
is,
the hunter killed that one.
Yeah. Well, it's
Oh,
Krog's
yeah.
dinner. He gets the burbs.
yeah.
That's fair.
Matthias is going to shoot both of his Eldritch Blasts at the one remaining bandit on the wall that's been shooting crossbow bolts at you guys.
Nice.
Get
Get him, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be more effective because he can't. Everything else is a touch spell. So yeah, he's going to do that. That's a 19, and okay, only the 19 hits. 8 points. God, that guy's still alive. Somehow, still up. That and Matthias' turn is now Krog's turn. And Krog is gonna try to kill Hargrave. So Hargrave is held.
That's
So he's paralyzed. So Krog has advantage. It's an auto crit if he hits.
Oh no. There's gonna be no head to bring back.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough. So we'll go with first one. It's a 23 to hit. Second one is gonna be a 21 to hit. Okay, so that'll be 13.
So it's 2
plus-
crits?
Yes, it's going to be 2 crits. Plus, let's see, that's going to be an extra 68. 13 plus 15 plus 23. So that's 29, 39, 49, or sorry, 48. 51 points damage to Hargrave, who's still alive, but not for long.
And Krog wrote the other 51.
Now with hold person, does he make a saving throw every time he's damaged, or is it just at the end of his turn?
Okay, at the end of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, but not every time he takes damage.
It doesn't say, it doesn't say anything about damage.
Oh man, this spell is nasty.
It's only a level 2.
Yeah. Jesus. Okay. He's
good.
he's still up. The bandits' turns that are fighting each other on the wall right
no.
now.
Oh man, Dale! Will Dale survive?
Oh, Dale.
The one
I
is
feel
gonna
bad. I
make-
wish I could inspire this guy.
But is the other
Dale.
one named Tucker?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go
Oh
Don't do that to them.
with that. Well, Dale hits at the 21, 7 points of slashing damage, kills Tucker.
Dale!
So
We gotta let Dale join the team, right?
Dale is now alive and he's on the wall. He's like, he looks around and everyone is dead except for Hargrave right now. And Dale just goes, And he, oh man, he's wounded, so he's not. I don't think he's that dumb, but he goes running. I thought I was gonna just. I was thinking about him just leaping off the wall.
Oh my gosh!
5, 10, 15. Let's do 20. I think he makes an athletic check to try to leap off the wall to the tree.
To escape.
Natural 1.
Oh no! You made it so far.
So he falls. He leaps to the branch and just boom, lands on the ground. Is going to take 2d6 damage from the fall.
Oh no!
That's 5 points of damage, and he's dead.
Oh damn!
So
I'll always remember you, Dale.
Corpse pile.
Oh, goodbye, buddy.
The funniest part is I don't know if any of you guys actually see this happen. So after the fight's over, you're just going to find one body. You're going to see all these dead bandits up there, and nobody had killed them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's all of the regular bandits. Giant elk's turn.
Go,
Okay.
Elk, go.
Yeah, what should Elk do? I mean, Elk could attack Hargrave. There's... It's got like 2 bodies hanging off of its antlers, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's still fine. That's
Yeah.
just flavor.
I'm actually gonna have it come over here and come pick us up.
Okay. The elk just comes running over, just like land comes up next to you guys, so you guys can just both just kind of step off onto
Cash.
the elk.
Yeah.
Okay, Chad, it's your turn.
All right. How high up is Hargrave?
He's about 20 feet in the air.
Okay, so if I'm on top of a horse and I have 10-foot reach with my pike,
Yeah, I guess I see.
I mean, I could stand up in the stirrups a little bit if needed.
Yeah, you might need to stand up and...
Yeah, here, make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh, not as good at that as I am at athletics,
Uh-oh.
but I'm gonna use Hilda's inspiration.
Okay.
That was a full 6, so 17.
17. Okay.
Hey!
You kind of standing, kind of finding your balance. You see Hargrave's falcon or eagle just like hovering there, not having any commands, just kind of confused, looking back and forth. And Hargrave still paralyzed in the saddle. You come riding around. Go ahead and make your attack with advantage.
All right. Yep. Well, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use my precision attack to bring up this 11 to something better.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit. It scrapes off his armor.
Well, poop. Well, I still have my second attack.
Okay.
That's even worse.
Oh
That
no,
was my
even with advantage?
And then a 1 and a 4.
Oh.
So yeah, you make 2 attacks, but your balance is off, and you're trying to stab up at him, but you're not having any luck. When you do make impact, you're kind of scraping off of his armor. I guess that ends Chad's turn.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my second wind just to do something.
Okay.
Catch your breath.
And I rolled minimum on that, so great.
Aw, buddy.
I got you.
Well, Hargrave's turn. Can't do anything because he's paralyzed, but he'll make another wisdom saving throw. That's a 16.
That succeeds.
Okay, no longer paralyzed. We're cooking here now. For the shitty amount of hit points he has
Yeah,
left.
hawk for dinner.
That's all he's got, though, because it's the end of his turn. Hilda.
Okay.
Jeez. It was worth it, though, because you did like 60 points of damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Okay. Hilda's gonna help get the dead bodies off the elk and then hop on.
Okay.
And then
I'll go to back.
I don't know. Oh, hang on, let me look at this spell. Yeah, I have to touch. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait there.
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
hop on too, and then we'll walk over there.
Okay. That's gonna be Jules' turn then.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna send my spiritual weapon to get this boy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy.
Just the one
He's still
Lone
there, so-
Ranger.
Might as well get him. That's a natural 20.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess we'll find out how much damage this is, but it feels like overkill.
It's only 14.
Well, he only had 1 hit point, so
Okay.
Only.
just whack, chops into him
Chop.
again, and he's dead too.
Okay. Then I will move. Can I get up next to Chad?
You can get, yeah, you can get up to him.
Okay. I'm gonna heal Chad with my
Okay.
action. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level,
Okay.
which is 2d8 plus 5 plus something. I know I get extra. This hasn't come up that much yet.
Like 2 plus the spell's
Yeah,
level.
2
I
plus
think.
the level. So that is 4 extra. It's because when it says the spell's level, it means the level I cast it at, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Great. That is like gonna be a million. 8, 10, 15, 19.
Ooh.
Is that
That-
enough?
That puts me back up at my non-aid max.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey.
There you go. Yeah, so
Okay.
I just kind of like reach up and kind of lay a hand on like Chad's leg or whatever and heal him very well.
Okay.
It's kind of cold though, I think.
I mean, Chad runs hot. He was on fire earlier.
It's like a nice like cooling mist for Chad. And that's my turn.
Okay. That will end your turn. Boars, there's not a lot they can do right now.
Can they
Unless,
ham missile the bird at least, if not Hargrave?
no, they're way too high. It was okay when it was
Yeah.
like 10
Okay.
feet off the ground, but for like 20 feet in the air, that's
Can the boars have like
cartoonish.
tusks, right?
yeah, they do.
Do the cages have like chains on them, like locks on them?
Yeah, you can try to break
Can they
them.
try to rip them off?
Sure.
Oh.
Let the people out?
Yeah.
Should we roll attacks for that?
Yes, go ahead and roll attacks.
Uh-oh.
I need to retire those d20s. They were doing so well earlier until that last round.
Oh.
Well, that's also not great. That's an 8.
Dirty 20 for mine.
Okay. Yeah, you make your I think the 8 he attacks but kind of gets caught up in the chains, isn't able to break it. The 20 you hit, roll damage.
It is 4.
4. Okay. The lock is kind of bent now. It's very close to being broken, but it's not fully broken.
This is
yet.
probably terrifying for the people inside.
Yeah, they're a little scared right now.
That's okay.
You don't know if it's because of the boars or the giants, but it looks like the boars are trying to attack them in the cages.
Oh no.
It's
Well, they won't.
Matthias's turn. I think he steps off. He goes, "Oh, thank you," and he steps down and gets on you. He's like, I think he just says, "Looks like Krog needs some help. Why don't we get a little bit closer to him? I think I can help him out." And he begins casting Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And he's just going to ready his action to cast Cure Wounds as soon as he's close enough, but it probably won't even come into effect, as it is Krog's turn now.
Krog smash.
And yeah, Krog's gonna. I can't justify Krog not smashing in this moment. So Krog is gonna make 2 attacks at Hargrave. It's a 19 and a 17. Both of them are gonna hit for a total of 25 and 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn,
Bird
Frog.
and Rider in one
Oh.
reaches up and boosh, there's a crack and silence in one hit. And then Krog goes boosh, and hits again for no reason.
Oh boy.
And stillness takes the air.
Yo, we did it.
Yo.
Excellent
Okay.
work, Krog. You have smashed all that there is to be smashed.
Tiny bird. No hurt Krog anymore. So he kind of like pokes at the ground.
It's just like a mush pile.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gross. Let's go over there. Leave the elk over so Matthias can.
Yeah, Matthias uses his action to cast Cure Wounds, and it's going to be a 3rd level for 19 points of healing. To Krog.
Everyone okay? All right, I do a head count, make sure everyone's still okay.
How did all of our animals survive, even the boars?
They did amazing! Well, they were like flying through the air for half the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, can I go over to the cages?
Yeah. let's go with
Yes.
And,
Yes,
I
you
think
just
I
get
want
some
to
people
say
to-
I have like a crowbar or something.
Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe. No, I don't.
Wow. Okay.
I thought I did.
I mean, Chad can great sword the doors open if need be.
Yeah, we're just trying to pry the doors open, essentially.
Okay. So you pry the doors open, and the people inside kind of come scampering out, and a lot of them are like, "Thank you so much, thank you." And then they come up to you and like shaking your hands, and one of them stops and says, "Who are you people?"
Nobody really.
We're just here to help. Make sure the Umber Hawkers are brought to justice and that they won't terrorize the good folk of this region anymore.
You have my thanks, and thanks of all the gods that walk with you. And it looks up at Krog and is like, "Is that one your leader?"
Krog is the biggest.
Krog God says, "Krog biggest."
And they hurt.
They look a little bit kind of like malnourished, but they don't look hurt. Yeah.
Well, we will be heading back towards Glassnock within a little while. We just need to clean up here. I believe one of the miscreants ran inside, and there may be more hiding. So if you good folk just wait here, we will make sure no harm comes to you. Just stick by the animals, and we will make sure everything is all clear.
I mean, we might as well stay the night here. Maybe
Yes,
probably got
most-
enough beds inside.
Krognon says, "Krog like stay here.
So,
Krog home now."
Oh yeah, this is a good spot for you. So,
This is a very nice home, yes.
do we have a fort now?
We might. This
Krog
one-
have fort.
Krog, would it be okay if we stayed in your fort? You can have the cow.
You stay.
I like him.
And he goes, "Thum, thum, thum," goes lumbering off
He's
towards
gonna eat the cow.
the paddock with the cow.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just eat it.
I call out after him, if you'd like, I can cook it.
He kind of stops a bit and he says, "Krog make fire," and begins to walk outside of the fort, and you just hear the cracking as he starts breaking down trees, just like snapping them off at the trunk, and begins piling up a bonfire in the sort of the back area.
Good friend you've made for us, Chad.
So you have lots of
Indeed.
bodies around, including Hargrave. You have the entire inside of the fort and the two towers, which look like they have interiors if you wanted to do any investigating.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely like to investigate, but maybe that's something for next session.
Yeah, I guess it is already 6:15.
Except I'm gonna head into that central building and make sure there's no one else alive in there.
Yeah, I
except
think
for that
one dude
guy.
ran in there.
He did. You go into the keep, and you can hear some some things being rummaged around and like pulled out, and you see and like kind of it's a big open interior, and it's 2 stories, and it looks like some of the flooring on the top floor has kind of broken away. And you can hear somebody rummaging around upstairs, and very shortly there's some like heavy footfalls, and you see that same bandit with a big bag of stuff and kind of like comes down the stairs and sees all of you, and just like slowly starts to head back up the stairs.
Where are you going?
I'm just the cook. I was just looking to leave now. I had nothing to do with this. I was brought in this against my will. I just please let me go.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
18.
18. He's lying.
Drop the bag.
But
Drop it.
He just drops it.
Do you have like a badge or a patch or something that says you're part of this thing?
He pulls out a medallion like underneath his armor.
All right, give it to me.
Uh,
Give it to me.
He
Is
just
that or your head? Give it to me.
He tosses it to you.
Go.
And just starts running towards the door.
Well, that's
you hear
10 gold right there.
You hear some commotion in one of the room, like coming down the hall next to you, and you can see a few people are like, there are 5 people poking their heads out. They look like common folk, but they it's mostly kind of younger men and women with look a little bit more like fit, and some of them are have kind of some like loose armor on themselves. They kind of look like they might have been being in the room they're coming out of has like training dummies and stuff in it. They don't have any of the Black Hawk medallions. I'm just kind of like expediting this, but they explain to you that they were conscripted and in the process of being trained by the Umbra Hawkers. So we can decide what to do with them next session. But yeah, we can go ahead and call it there. We'll loot the bodies and everything next time.
All that fun stuff.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, good job, guys.
We did
So
it.
you killed 1, 2, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21
Ooh,
bandits.
nice.
Hargrave.
Plus the one that ran off, so we'll call that 22. And then Hargrave. So yeah. So at least 220 gold plus the gold you get for Hargrave, and anything else you might find in the fort. So good game, guys. Good job.
Nice.
Thank you everyone out there for watching. Like I said, this was sort of a one-dimensional game. We got in, had a very long combat encounter. If this was your first time watching, we don't do this very often. If you like combat, we do this sometimes, but it's few and far between.
We usually don't do this good of a job either.
You also, don't. I mean, most of you are full hit points. I mean, I could do the math on this, but this was not supposed to be a very easy encounter. And well, the giant was sort of a game changer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this would have been very different if we didn't have the giant.
Yeah, those were some very good rolls you guys made last time in recruiting him. So this was the payoff for some good setup. So we will be back next Saturday at same time, same place, 3:00 Eastern time, right here on GGK. We will, in the meantime, like I said, Monday, Morgan is running a game as part of our Motley Mondays. On Thursday, we will have the next All Myths Are True session run by Savannah. check out tomorrow. Go over to Encounter Roleplay and watch Savannah run her Apocalypse World game, Apocalypse When.
It's already pretty wild, and we're only one session in, so
yeah. So yeah, I think that's about it. Check out other streams along the way. I'm sure there'll be more Nancy Drew and Pirates and all sorts of good stuff throughout the week. So thank you for joining us, and until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Good night,
good
Internet.
night, Internet.